course, as well, the... Hello? Oh, yes, still there.
Yep.
What happened there?
Don't know, the buzzer's just turned off for some reason.
Something just clicked.
It'll come back.
Yeah, it's probably the generator clicked off. So Ness Highland Catering, they do the catering out for the riders, and they're also here in the hub at the Parc Ferme down at the West End car park in Fort William. So it is open to the public.
And they're sponsoring our breakfasts throughout the week, which is very appreciative. Our other main sponsors are, of course, Michelin Tyres.
Gavin Cairns Rough Casting Limited from Inverness.
Dyslaxis.
Bubble.
Thomas West.
Pit Stop Tyres.
Charles Guru.
Yep.
Which is you. And, of course, Ness Highland Catering, we've just been talking about.
Yeah.
They're our main sponsors for the week, plus we've got a few in commercials. Now, if you want to get involved, speak to Simon, si@nevisradio.co.uk. That's SY @nevisradio.co.uk. And we'll talk some to cross our paths with some money, and we'll get your advert out there, basically.
There you go. And, of course, you can watch us later on. If you can't catch us just now and you're listening on the radio, you can actually see us on YouTube. There's links. I tried to put them on last night and got it working. A couple of gaps in it. The actual Nevis radio advert doesn't have any sound on it, apparently, but the rest of them do, the Michelin. But of course, the reason that the Michelin adverts come on is because of the copyright and the sort of legality of using YouTube with tunes and things like that. It's a bit complicated, so they use the adverts to fill in for the music. So you won't hear the music that we play, but you certainly see Hod It and Dod It here.
Yeah.
In the Parc Ferme.
Yes, exactly. Have you got a tune in mind, Mr. Moffat?
Well, I did have, but you've already played it.
Oh. I'll tell you what, anything off the A+ list. Go onto the A+ list and go for the 5th tune down. Let's go a random one.
Random selection.
There's a challenge for you.
Hope it's no one of Simon's ones.
Well, who knows what it's going to be.
Sorry, which playlist?
A+, 5th one down.
5th one down, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're not playing that.
Oh, we're not?
No, that's quite a slow one. Oh. Right, I tell you what, can we do Weather, then play that, and play some adverts?
Yep, that'd be perfect.
And then hopefully we can get this fixed, because I'm stressed.
I've thought about one. I've thought about one if you want it.
Too late.
Too late. Okay.
Yeah, next time.
Today's weather on Nevis Radio, brought to you by Thistle Access.
Cloudy and patchy rain will clear from the south during the early morning. Otherwise, a bright day with sunny spells and scattered showers. These could be wintry on the mountains. Feeling rather cool. Temperatures up to just around 10 degrees centigrade. Tonight's going to be largely dry with some late sunshine, rainy dry with clearer spells for the rest of the night, bringing a risk of frost. Cloudier for the Western Isles towards dawn, and temperatures, wait for this, down to -1 degree centigrade.
That was today's weather on Nevis Radio, brought to you by Thistle Access.
it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You're confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
To move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You're confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
It is indeed. We are down in Parc Ferme here in Ferme. It's Nevis Radio broadcasting through to 11 o'clock on this Tuesday morning. and it's great to be with you. It's an interesting day. It's quite chilly at the moment. The riders are getting ready. The first one of those is going to be away at 7:30. And in a minute, we'll be having a look at the route for the day. But you want to get in contact with us, there's various ways, is there not, Si?
There certainly is. You can phone us at the studio, 01397 706 100. WhatsApp, there's the exact same number. That's 01397 706 100. In short, save it in your phone. You can also email us at studio@nevisradio.co.uk. Find us on Facebook at Nevis Radio Official, or find us on YouTube at Nevis Radio Official there as well, and you can watch all the live action as it happens.
Indeed you can. Johnny's in deep conversation with a friend of his by the looks of things. He's actually forgot we're doing a live radio show, but yeah, that's what he does. He just gets digressed.
Okay, well, as it so happens, the buzz has disappeared for now. We're just going to hope for the best. But there's a plan B arriving, hopefully, so we'll hopefully get that one resolved a bit more permanently.
Exactly. The team for the day, we've got Dan in the van. He's the technical man. So I'm doing rapping almost there. We've got Robbie, who's on cameras. I think we've got Jacob come down a bit later. I think that's the team for the day.
I believe so.
Small team today.
It'll evolve as the week goes on.
And of course, she's back in the studio, and a lot of people are sort of behind the scenes doing bits and pieces here and there and trying to keep things up to date. If you want to go on the website, all the links are on there as well to get listening live. And if you want to got one of the, what's one after, like Lexus and stuff like that, there's ways of how to get in there. What's the smart speakers?
The Alexa one and the other one, Google.
Oh, there's a big blue box that's been dropped off by somebody.
A big blue box? Oh,
yeah.
Right, yes. Is Robert there?
No, we've got the army people are carrying it in.
All right.
So I don't know who's bought it. Well, I think they're doing it all at the front there. But
I'm assuming he could hear us through our horn. So thanks, Robert.
I don't know. I don't know where he is. But there's lots of strong men carrying a big bit of box around. There you go. We're going to be catching up with Sandy Mack very shortly. I've just sort of seen him, but he's just getting his boys sorted out down at the refueling stop, and I think they've got riders taking place as well. So it's all very busy.
Good stuff.
It's all fun, isn't it? So we'll try and get some pictures of people fettling, because that's what happens today after the first day. A few new tyres on, I can see, and just general cleaning the machines. I can't see it have been too much of a dirty day looking at the machines, but we'll get Robbie out to have a look at a few of those as well. He'll be wandering around.
That very much depends upon the weather as well, doesn't it, surely?
It does indeed, and as I say, we'll have a look at that route in a minute if we can. Sorry. Just gave my co-presenter a little nudge.
All right.
Right, so he's got the information in front of him. Are we going to do the route, dear? Are we going to do that?
Yes, we can. I was just speaking to Campbell Chatham, former enduro rider, and he's a blood bike rider now. He's retired from active life. He was son of Graham P. Chatham from Edinburgh, big Honda dealers down there. And he's up watching the Scottish. He loves coming up to watch Scottish 6 days. So yeah, we can do the route.
And enduro and trials, what is the main difference?
Enduro,
they sort of cross over in a way.
Yeah,
don't
well,
they?
he had a go at trials as well. He had a Beamish Suzuki, but mainly enduros. He actually rode in the ISDT, I should say, International 6 Days Trial, which is a speed event. It's against the clock, and it's more like the type of bikes they use are more like motocross bikes, but with different gearing. And he's still got a couple of his old bikes. He was kind of tutored by a guy called Trevor Hay, who was a backmarker and a rider in the Scottish 6 Days Trial. So there's a lot of history there with Campbell. But he's just he's got one of these Piaggio scooters and a Vespa, and he's going around in the place. Not a Vespa as we would think of the old-fashioned, but these kind of Bergman type scooters. So that's what he's running about on this week, just to get from A to B. And yeah, an interesting character, and he's heavily involved with the Scottish Motocross Championships. He does a lot of the commentating on that, so he's very, very busy. But the charity this year for the Scottish Motocross Championship is the blood bikes. A very, very worthy cause, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke to them last year, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right.
The area, didn't they?
That's right.
Well, say first rider away is in literally a minute's time.
Yeah, that's right. 7:30.
So it's rider 49.
Yeah. Alberto Arana.
And I guess,
or Albert Arana, sorry.
I guess it's a bit calmer today, I'd have thought.
A little bit, yeah. First day nerves, plus the fact they've got 15 minutes or so to work on their bikes when they're in the Parc Ferme this morning, so there's a working time allowance. So that seems to be going well. There's our man from Safe Access. He's just turned up.
Yes, right. Where's Simon? He's at the studio. Dan should be in there. It's all right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's our man
Dan's in the
from
box.
not Safe Access, but Thistle
Thistle
Access.
Access.
I'm in the wrong town. There is a Safe Access up in the
CFAX, that was a go back.
No, not Safe Access.
Used to get it on your TV, didn't you?
Thistle Access, one of our supporters, sponsors here, who provide the trailer to work from. So that's I've forgotten his name now. Robert Skinner.
That's the
Robert
one.
from Thistle Access. Big thank you to Robert for popping down there. He's sorted us out with the trailer, and we're getting a bit of a backup generator on the go to hopefully remove this headache from this morning.
Told you about names that I was terrible getting with names.
Oh, I didn't like to feed you the words.
Yeah. He's into the yacht club and everything up here is Robert. Do you want to do the route?
Yeah, I just see the first rider away, but
you
I
want to see the first rider?
I don't know what we're doing, but might as well do the route, I guess.
A quick look at the route because I don't know where to go myself today. Well, obviously the first group, Group A, 3 sections at Leenachan, which is the Anachmore ski resort. It's near there. There's a car park there, but you have to pay for it, of course. First rider arrives there 20 minutes after the start, 7:50. Then over to the old favourite Witches Burn, which has been changed over the years because they realigned the road and put a new bridge in there. But Witches Burn is still a fairly tough section, big waterfall section, 2 sections there, first rider there at 9 o'clock. Then over to Group C, 1 section at Arcade. Then it gets difficult, i.e. how to pronounce it. Glen Tarsian, Group D, there's 3 sections there. They can get their spectator apparently. Bien Ban, that's not accessible. Ruba Chiana Muir, A and B, they seem to be accessible. And then White Bridge, Group H, first riders there at midday, 12 o'clock. Then over to Glen Malley A and B, they don't seem to be accessible. And then Upper Uachen, I think it is, and Lower Uachen. I'm not sure where they are, so if anybody locally knows where Upper Uachen and Lower Uachen is, I'd really like to know. I might be able to catch my son there because the first rider's not there till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'll have a wee look at the map and see if I can find it. If it's accessible, that would be
I'm
great.
looking now, I found J, I found K, but I can't find L.
I can't see L on the map. Yeah, that's
so
not helpful, is it?
Kinloch Hill area by the look of it.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, okay, where are we?
Between
Right.
Kinloch Hill and Fastphone.
Interesting. So, day 2 all to play for. It's very, very early in the week. Normally by about the Wednesday, that's when we really start to look at the scores a bit more closely and see who's pulling in for the lead, because people can pull marks back. But at the moment, it's Adam Raga, Jack Price, and the nearly man, as I call him, not in a bad way, Michael Brown, who's been always very close in winning this trial, but not quite got the cigar, as it were.
You need to be a bit more patient with the scores, John. I'm frantically typing so we can put them on the screen for you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not doing them just now. It's just to give people a flavour. But there's so much online nowadays. It's quite incredible. I mean, yesterday I looked at the Sportity app, which they're all using, and that showed you the sort of riders' start times. But I think they'd actually brought riders forward. There's maybe some pulled out, so it's not 100% accurate. So there was a bit of a flap on in the household yesterday because they realised that Stephen was starting a little bit earlier than anticipated.
Oh dear.
So they were trying to, it's like herding sheep, or no, herding kittens actually, with the kids, because they were trying to get them to take their little push bikes along, little balance bikes along. So yeah, there was a technical issue with one of the balance bikes, and that caused all sorts of issues, but there we have it.
Fun indeed. And Adam Raga, we interviewed him at the end of last year, and it got a bit controversial, didn't it?
A lot of controversy last year.
I'm assuming that sort of just gets pushed to the back burner now.
Well, pushed in the back burner to an extent, but I wasn't very happy with it, to be quite honest. I've been here a long, long time. And yeah, we'll have professional riders come here, and I know quite a few of the professional riders that have now retired. But Adam seemed to take it a little bit too far, in my opinion. That's my own personal opinion. And if I'd have been secretary at the time, I certainly would have been happy to be held back for 3 hours discussing it. To me, a rider should take it on the chin if you've got a 5. He wasn't happy about it, but not only that, it involved the observers and things like that. And unfortunately, that observer is up this week, I think, but he's decided not to observe. So you start losing officials, that's when things start to go down the hill. So it's not nice. I wasn't very happy about it, personally.
No.
Yeah, and it's just one of these things. I mean, you run over a card and it was proven that the card was there and in the right position, all the rest of that sort of stuff. Yeah, one of these things. Anybody can hit a card. It happens.
Yeah.
He didn't win, but he was pretty close to winning. And as I say, the Scottish 6 days goes for 6 days, 30 sections roughly per day. It's a lot of concentration to maintain, and it's a great thing if somebody wins the Scottish, but it's a sport at the end of the day. But obviously to the professional riders there's obviously bonuses and things like that can come into play, so it makes it quite serious.
Yeah,
but let's be honest about it, this trial has 288 or thereabouts riders. You've got probably 10 to 12 people that are quite capable of winning even at this time, right? But it's the other 200 and odd riders that pay the bills. It's a clubman trial. If you didn't have the clubman entering this trial, it would not exist. You can't run the Scottish 6 days for 10 people. It just wouldn't work. So everything's got to be kept in proportion. And, it's the same with the observers. If the observers didn't turn up one year, you just go home, because you need these people out in the hill, and they're all volunteers. And to be berated the way that Mark Kemp was berated last year was, in my opinion, it was disgraceful. I wasn't happy about it at all. There was a lot on social media, but there was also on websites as well. I tended to keep out of it. In fact, last year I had no idea what had happened, to be honest.
No, I think we're interviewing.
We were caught short with that one, but probably just as well. Because then I didn't give any opinions on it. I was listening to what was being said. And I think I said at the time, I said, well, once it had all been said and he'd walked away and he'd started his bike and gone out on the hill, I said, well, clerk of the course, these people that are out here this week as observers are all assistants to the clerk of the course. They're not assistant clerk of courses, they're assistants to the clerk of the course. He or she is the eyes and ears of the clerk of the course. Now, as a clerk of the course, I have been a clerk of the course quite a few times. If an observer said something to me about a rider, how he behaved or what he did in a section, I would take the observer's word much, much more than a rider. Because a rider has an agenda of their own, which is to win or to get an award. So the observer is independent, and I would take the observer's word before I'd ever take a rider's word. And if people don't like that, that's tough, because that's the way I would do it.
Like
and
any
I have
referee
done
in
it.
any sport, and you've got to trust the ref, and that's what
you've got to trust your officials, and you've got to back your officials all the time, because you don't do that, they won't come back. You ain't got a trial to run.
These are volunteers as well, don't forget.
Oh yeah, they're all volunteers. They'll get paid for it. Yeah. Some people say maybe they should be paid, but that causes another issue as well. No, I think we're doing quite nicely, thank you, by these great people, men and women, young and older, coming up here every year, giving up a week of their time, taking a week out of their life, and running the Scottish 6 days trial, which is a great event.
I know Adam last year said he wasn't sure he's going to come back. He has come back, so that's good.
Yeah, because riders want to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Riders don't come here to lose, they come here to win.
Everybody does, don't they?
And that's what they do. The riders ride to try and gain awards and obviously win the trial. It's great. But you've got to keep it in context, really, haven't you?
And I guess the clubman's got their self goals. They like to beat what they did the year before, and even the newbies just want to complete the course.
It's a trial within a trial. I mean, you've got guys from the same part of the world are competing against their mates to see how high up the results they can get on the Saturday. See if they can get a special first-class award as opposed to a first-class award. There's competition going on right through the whole spectrum, even down to the last couple of guys. They might be mates. I've lost 2 marks less than you. At the end of the day, I beat you at the Scottish 6 days trial.
Yep.
That's what it's about. It's a sport. That's the bottom line. And for the majority that are here, it's their pastime, it's their hobby.
This is their holiday. They're paying a lot of money
to come here. It is, yeah. And it costs a fair bit for a holiday, But there we have it. So we've actually in the car park now, in the Parc Ferme, we've got the camera on a guy doing a bit of maintenance there, and that's what's happening this morning. It's one of the, is it one of the army guys, or is it the other one?
Can't see
I don't know which camera we're on just now. But there we are, I think he's slipped on a new chain by the looks of things. It was a bit early in the week, but there we have it.
So they can do brakes, I'm assuming they can do tyres, chains.
Yeah, the consumables. Yeah, Stephen came in last night, my son, he whipped his wheel off in the vertical camp and turned his tyre round about just to give it a better edge. It's brand new tyre yesterday on the bike, and he's turned it round already just to smarten it up a bit. So there could be a few with new tyres this morning, although it's normally after the Tuesday's run, you tend to find new rear covers going on the bikes.
Very good. Anybody you know out there at the moment you want to sort of have a check? Who's
Personally, no, not at the moment. We're hoping possibly today to maybe get Sandy Mack in.
Yeah, I did sort of signal to him and he said, go thumbs up. I think he's sorting his boys out at the moment.
Yeah. Well, these are the army guys that are actually in the Parc Ferme at the moment on their working hour. Or maybe, do you want me to go out and catch one?
Yep,
I've got a few questions. I've got a few hellos to do while you're doing that. So Walter Traver's been in touch from Switzerland to say good morning. He's watching. He's missing it. More Swiss chocolate delivery potentially. Yeah. So good morning.
We talked about that this morning, funny enough.
Yeah, I missed him back saying that. So good morning to Walter. We've also got Steve in touch saying it looks like Raga's raining so far. Then, assuming Doogie had a 5 somewhere. 2 questions for John though.
Okay.
How many fuel top-ups per day for the bikes? And are the top riders fitting new tyres every day?
Well, I don't think the riders fit a new tyre every day, to my knowledge. It's not unheard of, I suppose, but it depends on the condition of the tyre. They'll change it if they think it's worth changing. Fuel top-ups, I think there's about 7 or 8 during the day. There's quite a few of them because obviously the distance that the bikes can carry across the moors with a couple of litres of fuel. So there's normally about 7 or 8. In fact, let's find out. Excuse me, sir, you look army. How many fuel stops are there per day at the Scottish? Any idea? Is it 7 or 8?
It depends on the day, but usually there's 7 or 8 fuel stops. Some days are longer than others, and the fuel stops have bigger gaps in some of the days, so it varies between day to day. But yeah, minimum 7 usually.
Are you in the regular army or are you reserves, or what do you do?
I'm regular army. I work up in down in Catterick from here actually. So yeah, I'm there Monday to Friday most weeks. Yeah, so it's not too shabby. It's all right. We get to do a lot of good sport, so it works out well.
And you're looking after these guys this week?
Oh yeah, I had my year last year, so I'll have a break I think after last year.
Very good, very good. Now there is another shout out I'd like to put in because I was asked yesterday. It's Sean Hazelwood, number 94. It's his first year and he's being looked after by Jimmy McCanna. That was a request by Carol McCanna. The McCanna family very much in the Bolton Club, very much into their trials, and I think Peter's coming up to ride our Highland Classic in June, so a little bit of a shout out for that family as well.
Very good. I didn't know you'd finished. I thought you were talking. Sorry,
no,
carry on.
I was talking.
You're out in the mix. You're out in the mix.
In fact, I'm outside the car park, sort of working area at the moment. I'm at the wrong side of the fence at the moment. Just trying to see if there's anybody got some time. Maybe
I saw Katie out the back there. Was she?
No, that was Emma Bristol.
Oh, was it Emma?
Yeah,
I just saw the
putting her
pigtails.
tools down, putting her helmet and tools down. Yeah. I'll just ask this lad. What's your name, please?
Will King.
Will King. We're the British Army team.
Correct. Yeah.
Just doing a bit of maintenance. You haven't put a tyre on, have you?
No, we haven't put a tyre on.
Haven't turned it round either.
No. We had 12 minutes where we got in last night, so we thought we'd focus on filters and bolt checks and all that sort of stuff. So.
And are you in the regular army?
I'm in the reserves.
Reserves, yeah. So you do part of the team.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a good day yesterday?
Yeah, great day. Really good ride around. Pretty slippery. Plenty of big holes out there to find. But no, had a good ride around. Stayed with the team. Team stayed together, and yeah, what's not to love?
Anybody you'd like to say hello to?
Well, my wife and my little girl back home, Catherine and Agnes.
There you go.
So yeah, hello to them. And
that's great. So I'll let you get on with the maintenance.
thanks, John. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Now, as you can see, as we're going round here, the bikes are in a little area of the Parc Ferme, which is cordoned off specifically for the working, so that any dirt that drops off the bike, the officials can actually get the place sort of tidied up. I'm just looking to see if there's any officials about this side. They're all sort of standing round about that tin box.
They're all busy, not the tin box.
The tin box, and of course that cuts our signal off, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all go. What time are we on just now? Oh, what numbers are we on now? That's must be the 60s are we on today, huh? Or 70s, we're nearly up to 70s. Well, 68, 69's kicking around here. They're getting ready to go. It's not a good idea to jump in front of a rider just when he's been called to the start.
You've got some markers walking by. I think they're just coming. Do you know any of those worth having a chat and what they've been doing? They've gone in front of you.
In front of me?
Yeah, towards me. That called. They've gone, John. Don't worry.
All right.
I think it just came in and I thought whether you can catch them and actually find out what a marker actually does.
All right. I was trying to attract the attention of one of the observers. You keep talking just for a minute.
I know you're trying to keep out of there. But if you want to get in contact, please do contact Si at the studio. There's various means you can do that. WhatsApp's the main one, and the phone line is 01397 706 100. You can put a message on there, come through, song choice, player dedication, that's what you want to do. It'll be great to sort of hear from you on this Tuesday.
We could do it. So we've got a live chat box on the YouTube page as well. So good morning to Trials Alan. Hopefully I got your name right. Listening and watching out in Finland.
Yeah, that's right. I know that guy, Anti-Penta. Now, we've got observer number 18 with us this morning, Linda Ashford from a wee place called Street in, is it Somerset?
It is Somerset, yes.
Oh, I got it right.
You did, John, yeah.
Now, you live a long way from Fort William. How long does it take you to get up here when you drive up?
So I do 2 journeys. The first one was about 5.5 hours, and I stopped at Canopy.
Oh, right.
And then the other one was just over 4 hours. Yeah. But I love it.
Quite a long way. How many miles is that? Have you clocked it?
Just over 500.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, it's a long way, but it's worth it.
Now, you've been observing here quite a few years now. You just love it, don't you? Your husband rides trials, but he also did a bit of motocross as well.
Yes, he did, yeah. Motocross, I think, was probably about 1972, something like that. And then he went to trials, back again to motocross, and now he's at trials. But I've also got a son and a daughter who rides as well.
Yeah, so the whole family's involved.
Yes, yeah. We all love it. Most weekends we're out observing, riding somewhere, and I'm observing.
Yeah. Now, what club are you all members of or connected with? Is it Yale Vale or?
There's Yeovil, there's just so many, Taunton, Mendeville, Blackmore Vale. There's just a lot down our way.
And some of the top riders down here, I would say Joe Baker's probably one of the best.
Joe Baker, Billy Green,
oh, yeah, of course.
Tyler Rendell, Matt McDonald. So we've got about 15, I think, from the southwest riding up here today, this week.
Now, Billy Green, now he's supported by the great George Sarton, isn't he? Formerly of Talon Engineer and now retired. And you did a wee favour for me a couple of weeks ago, and he didn't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah, poor George. I invited him out for coffee. I said, I've got a present for you, but I need to hand it to you personally. His face when I gave it to him and he hadn't done it, he was, well, gobsmacked.
Yeah. It was a Trials Guru VIP cap, and he actually sent me a really nice email after that. So he's not up this year.
No, he's not. No, I think somebody said he's hoping to come back next year. Yeah, so it's not the same without him, is it?
And what are you doing today in the car park? You're one of the officials in the car park.
But we've got quite a few, so I'm just going to stand here and look pretty.
Why not? So anyway, I'll let you get back to what you're doing, but it's nice to see you up here again, Linda. This is about, what, 5-6 years you've been doing it? More?
More. I started in 2018.
That's a long time ago now.
Yes, yeah, and I've driven up quite a few times on my own, which is,
Yeah. So anyway, have a good day today then, Linda.
Yeah, thanks, John. See you later.
That's Linda Ashford from Street in where is it now? Devon, Cornwall, Somerset. Sorry, Somerset. Got to get your areas right.
Your
counties right. That's right.
But it's so important that these people do give up the time, because this wouldn't happen. I know you spoke about it earlier, but it's amazing the amount of people behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, that's just one of many enthusiasts that give up their time to come up here. Obviously, Linda's now retired, but that's not the point. It's still a week to come up here, and it's 500 odd mile away.
Travelling's not cheap these days.
Yeah, it's not cheap, not with the price of fuel. And she comes up here and has observed, since 2018. Today's obviously car park duty or Parc Ferme duty, so they all take their turn if they can. Come in here, manage the whole thing as it moves round, and that's it. We're in the bike work area this morning because this is Tuesday, and they're just doing a little bit of maintenance, so it's a good thing.
I think it's quite good because they've not always had it closed off like an area like that. The whole car park's sort of been open, but to sort of contain it.
Yeah.
Health and safety, obviously, that makes life a lot easier because there are a lot of people walking around, but just the clearing up the debris and the mess and the dust and the dirt and bits of tissue and wipes you get.
Mm-hmm. It's really just to contain it in the one area, so that then it makes it a lot easier to clean up. I mean, you'll probably notice once the camera pans round, there's a big green wheelie bin there, for example, and that's simply there to take any of the paper that they're cleaning the bikes with, any dispensed rags, etc., cleaning material, and also any dirt that comes off the bike. That'll be swept up later on and put in the bin, just got rid of, and that just keeps the whole place fresh, you know.
I know you mentioned Emma. I mean, ladies taking part in the sport. I mean, Emma did it. I think she was a schoolgirl when she sort of first came into the sport, wasn't she?
She was. She was still at school when we first interviewed her in Nevis Radio. I think she was about 17, so that would be at the time when she was riding for one of the competitors. But yeah, she's 10 times world ladies trials champion. I don't know how they pronounce it now, whether it's ladies or female or whatever it is. It gets a bit complicated, but yeah, it's 10 times she's won it. So she's now kind of retired from the World Championships, I reckon, but mainly involved with the importation of the Sherco brand in the UK with her husband James Fry, who's also riding this week as well.
There's a lot of sort of families do take part in the sport, and I think we touched on that yesterday. What a big sport is, family, friends, clubs, of course. It brings everybody together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and long may it continue. I mean, it's been a family sport since the day one, of course, as well, because people have, you know, ridden bikes, then their sons and sometimes their daughters as well. And even in the early days, I think we were talking about that yesterday, that the first lady to ride the Scottish 6 days was in 1912, so it dates back well over 100 years. So yeah, it's a good thing. I've just noticed a couple of guys pushing in. We might try and catch them if they've got their tools out. Let me see now.
What sort of comprehensive toolkit do you need? Is it sort of 1 or 2 spanners?
More than that. It's a big rucksack full. I'm just going to try and catch this lad here, number 92. 92 is Jamie Galloway, current Scottish champion, I believe, and also riding in the World Rounds. Jamie, now, is this your 3rd Scottish or your 2nd? I'm not quite...
4th.
4th Scottish? My God, you're getting on a bit. Now, you're just topping up the radiator with fluid there, so I'll let you crack on. There it is. It's ready to pour out there. Or did you just miss it there? He's just doing a little bit of maintenance. He's topping up the radiator of the TRRS just to make sure that everything's tickety-boo, because they do get a bit hot on the road sometimes, and they try to keep the radiators as clean as possible. Now, Jamie, what's your plans for the year? What are you up to this year?
The plan is to do, again, the full Scottish Championship when we can, and then the top class British Championship again. All the World Championships bar in Japan, as that one's next week, and it's just a bit financially straining. And then obviously the Scot trial at the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly. You quite enjoy the Scot?
If I can try and keep my feet up, yes. I can go fast enough, but I can't keep my feet up, that's the problem.
Yeah, but you do all right at it. What's your best result at the Scot?
Ninth so far, so not far off a gold spoon, but...
Getting there. What about the Scottish? What's your best result in the Scottish so far?
It was last year in 8th, but yesterday I didn't help myself, so by putting in a not great score, but hopefully we can... Got 5 more days of fun, so hopefully it'll be all right.
Now, we were talking about families in the sport just a wee minute ago. Obviously, you're riding round with your brother Ross, but your mum's been the Scottish 6 Days secretary, and your dad's also been heavily involved in the sport for many, many years.
Yeah, so my mum sort of stepped back from that. Just it got a bit much for the family, and I think she just wanted... She'd done it since 2018, so even though we had COVID years, she was still having to do a lot of stuff, even when the trial wasn't on. So I think she just wanted a break from it and felt like that was the time to step back. And my old man, yeah, he's helping out, and they all do it for me and my brother. There's no other reason than to help us. So yeah, I thank them for it.
And of course, Martin had the distinction of being the man to be swept away at Blackwater many, many years ago in a TY 250R Yamaha.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned it too much, to be fair. Whenever you ask him about his 6 days stories, he's like, "Oh, don't ask me." So he's always one man for. But problem was he was enduro, so anytime he did the 6 days, it was a tough shift for him. So no.
Well, we'll let you get on your maintenance. Maybe I'll have a quick word with Ross before he goes. So anyway, best of luck today, Jamie.
Thank you, John. See you later.
It's Jamie Galloway, current Scottish Trials champion, and his brother, 93. A slightly bigger Galloway. He's just doing his tyre pressures here. Now, Ross is actually quite a tidy rider himself. He's sort of been up there. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Did you win a Scottish championship in the Masters or something?
Yeah, I've watched that now. I've now, that's been 20, oh, I can't remember the first one. That's been 3 though, I've done on the Masters.
Yeah.
And I've now moved up to Jamie's route, so I'm having a tough shift already.
Yeah, so it's blue route for the Masters and red route the one that Jamie does. But you like your sport as well, Ross?
Of course. Yeah. What else is there to do?
Now, do you mind for Jamie when you're in the World Rounds?
Yep. It's been the last 3 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, 2023.
Yeah, last 3 years.
Yeah, so that keeps you interested as well.
Interest is a choice of words there.
And you're still riding the same bikes, TRRS, because your dad actually deals with these, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. It's been since 2018 we've been on them, so yeah.
And how many Scottishes have you done?
This will be number 4 now.
Same as Jamie?
Yep, exact same, started same time.
Yeah, that's great. So anyway, thanks very much. I'll let you get on with the maintenance. Okay, then, Ross, we'll catch you later on, mate. Now, as I say, we're just talking about families there. Martin Pennycook, the dad, very much involved in Scottish trials, member of the SACU Trials Committee, but also a keen enduro rider. And his brother Jeff Pennycook, I was speaking to Jeff just the other day at the Pre-65. He used to race Bultaco Pursangs, and yeah, very much into the motocross. And the grandfather Eddie Pennycook, an AGS and matchless specialist, well-known man. If you wanted to know something about an AGS or a matchless, the man to speak to was Eddie Pennycook. He was the go-to man. He just sadly died some months ago. But yeah, the whole family involved, and of course Kirsten Pennycook, Jamie and Ross's mum. Scottish 6 Days secretary, but she's decided to give that up now. But she's still very much involved with the sport, obviously, because of the 2 lads being involved, and also with the Dunfermline District Motorcycle Club. She's been involved with that as well. So it's yeah, that's it. So can I come back and have a seat now?
You can come back.
I think that was an
the
okay
news
show.
anyway. We've got a tune to go, and I guess we've got an ad break to catch up on.
Well, you would have done, but we've got no time, so I've had to get rid of it.
What have you got rid of?
A couple of adverts. I'll put them in the next hour.
How long do you need for the tune from Dan?
Well, we're over that already.
Are
so,
we?
Yeah.
That's a long tune then. We've got about 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Right.
Very good.
Back after news.
So I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirm to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
This is day 2 of the Scottish 6-day trial.
Day 2. I don't know how many years we've been doing this, but when it's time to go live, he walks off.
Standard.
I
You
just
sh-
don't-
how many years have we been doing this? You should know that.
Yeah, but we just get ready to go. And he said, "Oh, he's gone over there."
Oh.
And I think, "Oh, what's the point?" It is Nevis Radio. I'm John Willer. John Moffat is somewhere in Parc Ferme right now. Yes, he's over there talking to the current secretary and past secretary,
Okay.
David and Lee. Sounds like a pop group, David and Lee. In the van,
You
we
could-
have
you
got
could get him to do a duet this morning.
Well, they could do something over there. It's one of the worst boy bands you can actually, when you're looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, really. And we've got the 3 stalls. We could do that. They could do a sort of tempo change and a key change and stand up. It'll work.
YouTube gold, that is. Anyway, I've got to say good morning and hello to Kieran, Mark and Andy from Dorset. Karen's listening as well. Apparently they're going to be observing at Whitebridge, so if you see them, give them a wee hello.
Yep, no, it's good to hear from people and say wherever you are around the world, let us know. Give your country a name check.
Yeah.
Fred, what's it, Finland today?
Finland, yep.
I know we've got a big Australian contingent here this year, it seems to be, which is always good to see. I mean, that's one way to travel, a long way to travel.
Yep, that is a bit.
I mean, it's bad enough when we come into in the morning, so we kind of come to the top of the hill there.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm not really a morning person, as
I've
you know.
noticed that because I've not really seen you that early in the morning.
No, I don't do mornings.
You're very quiet.
I don't understand how, for someone who doesn't do mornings, I've ended up with a morning job.
Yes.
But hey ho, that's
You've got
just
to
how
be
it
your
goes.
best first thing in the morning.
Apparently. Apparently.
Yeah, because it's quite an, I mean, 5 o'clock I'm getting up at the moment. It's quite an early start.
Oh, it's grim. Honestly, I couldn't be a postie.
I know your body's meant to get used to it and your body clock, but mine's just saying no. You're an hour behind at the moment, it's too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we are live till 11 o'clock. On the Saturday, we will be here longer because we stay on until the very last rider leaves Parc Ferme, which is generally 12:30 to 1ish.
Yep.
It depends how many retirees, etc. But yeah, I can't even see rider numbers today. It's my problem. They put the score sheets up on the window I was looking through yesterday.
Okay.
So I've lost that luxury, so I can't even tell you what number we're up to. But in tinkering at the moment, we're up to about 80s and 90s, I think, in the numbers. In fact, Robbie's just going out there right now to have a look around. There you go.
Okay.
So these
that's
are
all
people
good.
getting ready right now, 103.
So if you are listening to someone going, what on earth are you on about? This is the Scottish 6-day trial. You can keep up with us every day through till Saturday, as John mentioned there. But you can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Nevis Radio Official, and you can see exactly what it's all about. So we've got live pictures appearing on our YouTube channel there too. Complete with full interactive chat box, so you can get involved.
A lot of people asking why we put adverts on. When we don't play the tunes, we can't do that on YouTube, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we probably could, but we'll get kicked off, is a short answer. And if
Yeah.
we do it too much, then we'll get banned. So we can't do that.
We don't want to do that. And it's a lot more work for you as well, because you've got to go and edit stuff.
Yes, aye. Well, I'm frantically editing as we speak, because the other thing that was mentioned to me yesterday is we've been talking about our new website, nevisradio.co.uk, where we have your listen live links and all that business, all the fun stuff going on. And people can't find the SSDT hub that we've been talking about, so that's now been added onto our menu at the top of the screen. And I'm just editing up some pictures, and I've added the links for YouTube and Mixcloud for yesterday onto the day one box as well, so you can find them all on there.
Nevis Radio is also work in progress. There's always stuff being done just to improve stuff and bits we might not have done properly in the first place, and redoing it. So the website's just had a total facelift, which is fantastic.
Well, yeah, I mean, to put in, that only went live last week. I say Dan's been working hard on it, Sean's been working hard on it. I've been trying to fill in gaps and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's been very much a work in progress. But I guess the bigger picture is obviously we're trying to cover this event and give as much content out as we can, but ultimately it is a team that you can count on one hand that's doing all this.
Yeah.
And I'm the only paid one as well. So a lot of it is time given up by other people to make this work. So we are trying our best to keep up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the board and the management team, they're all volunteers as well.
Yeah.
And some aren't presenters. That's all they do is just help us out in the background there, which is great.
Without it, this doesn't work because I can't do this by myself. It's just, it's far too big for that.
And sponsorship is a big thing for us. Without the sponsorship, we aren't here. That's
No.
our only income. We don't get paid for playing the tunes.
Nope.
We don't get nothing from the artists. We get nothing from the government as such.
Got to pay for it, to be honest.
You've got to pay for it. Yes, Ofcom's there. They do give grants out now and again. If you're lucky enough, you might get one of those. But it's a drop in the ocean, really, what it actually takes to run a radio station.
Yeah, very much so.
So our sponsors, I know we keep mentioning them, but they're very, very important to us.
Well, without them, I say we're not here. I'm out of a job.
And the adverts here between the tunes as well.
Yeah, it all adds up.
So that's what it's about. And you want to get involved, as I gave that email out address earlier, sy@nevisradio.co.uk. You want to be a sponsor, want to get involved, come along and see us.
Yeah.
As a presenter, behind the scenes, administration, anything, even just a bit of painting and decorating.
Actually, what we can do is, if you want to get in touch with us, you think this is cool, I kind of want involved in this, what do we do next year? We're going to be doing the same next year, hopefully. Can't count our chickens till it's on the cards, but that's the plan. But coming up in July this year, we're going to be down in Oban covering the Round the World Clipper race. So we're going to be doing similar to this, but for the Clipper boats. So you can maybe get involved in this kind of thing for that, if that appeals. And if you're listening down in Oban, good morning. Hopefully, we can keep you entertained for that, but we're going to be doing the same for that.
Yeah, that's a big week.
Sorry, my headphones disappeared. I didn't hear what you said.
It's a big week.
It's a
Longer
big
than
week. Yeah, no, it's going to be another week of this, which is quite stressful, if I'm honest.
Yeah, very good.
It's all good. Shall we do weather and a tune, and we can get caught up in a few
That
ads?
sounds good. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll come back, have a look at the results. We haven't done them in their entirety yet, so
All
we'll
right.
do that.
Yeah. What tune do you want?
We played Dan's one.
Yes.
That was Dan's.
That was Dan's.
Right, which must be John's time. Your tune you were thinking of, John.
Tune, what was it? Yeah, it was Leon, You and I.
Leon, You and I. Is that a tune?
Yeah.
Kings of Leon?
No, Leo, it's just Leon.
Leon. Do we have it?
Yeah.
Why am I not finding it?
Definitely on there.
You and I.
That's the one.
Right, let's search for that instead. I'm obviously pressing the wrong button somewhere. Right, that's A. A's not going to have a Y in it, is it? Go down there. This is now making me look a bit daft, isn't it? Right, you'll see. No, you. We're getting closer.
Y-O-U.
Yeah.
And is it not that squiggly thing, that and for Sam?
Yeah, I bet the Leon's got the above it. That's why you can't put it.
Oh, that'll be why I can't find it. Trust you to pick one with an awkward name that doesn't type in properly.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's got a thing above it.
Yeah, a thing above it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't have that button on my
Leon
keyboard.
with a thing above it.
Yeah. Hashtag.
What's it called? A grav.
E-grave or something.
E-grav.
E-grav.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, are you ready for some weather?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Today's weather on Nevis Radio, brought to you by Thistle Access.
Not a bad day down in Parc, Ferme. Around the area, cloudy and patchy rain. We're clear from the south early morning. Otherwise, a bright day with some sunny spells and scattered showers. These will be wintry on the mountains. It's going to be feeling rather cool wherever you are. Temperatures up to just around 10 degrees centigrade. Largely dry with some late sunshine this evening and dry and clear spells for the rest of the night, bringing a risk of frost. Cloudier for the Western Isles towards dawn and temperatures dropping to -1 degree centigrade. That is quite chilly.
That was today's weather on Nevis Radio.
move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
To move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
of the Scottish 6-day trial.
Day 2 in the sunshine. We've got the shades on.
Yes, we have. Thank you very much to... oh, can't I pronounce his name now?
Go on, you can do it.
Mr. Galfer, Vittorio Pastorino of Galfer. He's going to come and speak to us. He's one of the 6 days sponsors, as it turns out, and very much into the technical side of trials and motorcycling off-road. Galfer make brakes, but I think he's also got something to do with tech suspension as well. So he classifies himself on his social media as living in Venezuela. But I think he actually lives in Los Angeles, to be fair, but he's actually an Italian gentleman, so very enthusiastic chap. He's going to come in and have a few words with us.
So we're doing our Blues Brothers impersonation, so everybody needs somebody, we know that, don't we?
Well, there you go. It's John Weller and John Moffat down here at the Parc Ferme, live
says on there,
on
look at
Nevis
that.
Radio, so I've even got a cue card now. Yeah, it's good fun, and the sun is out. I don't want to take these glasses off now because it's so bright out.
I'm going to say, you take them off because these are quite dark, aren't they?
Yeah.
You wouldn't drive in these, I don't think.
I don't know, I might get away with it.
You're not allowed to. It's against the law.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like having tints on your car windows. You're not allowed to do it.
I must admit, I've never really driven with sunshades on. I can never remember right enough. I've driven with glasses on. Yeah, glasses. Sunglasses.
I'll tell you, I was enjoying the shots Rich Robbie was getting earlier with these cloud formations. It is stunning out there, and I think the cameras are picking up the blue a little bit more than what it actually is.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful, beautiful layers.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Is that your cumulus nimbus?
If you like.
So that's been very technical. Meteorological. That's a long word as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we haven't done the full results yet. Is it a good time to do that now? Do you need to take your glasses off so you can see it?
Actually, I can see quite good with them, actually. Maybe they're prescription ones I didn't know about.
Maybe. I can't see nothing.
Are we putting something on the screen? I'd like
I
to
think
know
we are.
what the sort of tech is.
There'll be a bit of music and we'll just go for the results.
Good, good. When can we do that? Are we doing that now?
Yes.
Right away. Okay. SSDT 2026, these are the official results of the Scottish 6 days trial as compiled by Fergus Gray and his team there up at the Ben Nevis Hotel. So we have in the lead at the moment Adam Raga on 0 points. In second position is Jack Price, who's been a previous winner of the trial. He's on 1 mark lost. In third position, Michael Brown, a man who's come very, very close to winning the Scottish 6 days trial in his career. Come so close it's almost embarrassing because he lost it one year when his bike wouldn't actually start in the car park here and lost 5 marks, and that cost him the trial effectively. In fourth position, we mentioned him earlier, Billy Green. He's on fourth position, also on 1. George Hemingway, last year's special guy who was right up there with the best of them. His first Scottish 6 days trial. He's the son of Dan Hemingway and the grandson of C. John Hemingway, very well-known riders in their own right. He's on 1 mark as well. In sixth position, 3 times winner James Dable on the Rev Shed Scorpio. I think he's on this year on 1 mark. Then brother Harry Hemingway, he's in 7th position on 2 marks lost, followed by Jack Dance on the Gas in 8th position, also on 2. And in 9th position on 4 marks lost is local rider Ben Dignan from Roy Bridge. So he's the best placed Scottish rider at this point in time. And in 10th position is last year's winner on the Sherco, Jack Peace, on 5 marks lost. So Jack will not be too happy about that. But, however, that is just the leaderboard after day 1. There's a lot more miles to do, a lot more sections to do this week. So it'll be interesting to see how these positions after day 1 change during the week, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah, and I love the way it sort of evolves, and what I say, a few hours can make a big difference to this event.
Absolutely right, and
even, one section, isn't it?
Even minutes can matter. I think last year we were talking to Adam Raga, who's the current leader, and he was a bit disappointed at the scoring, and we said to him, look, a lot can happen even on the last day, and I sort of made a point of saying that Alex Wigg, who was the 2011 winner, I think it was, he lost the trial on the Saturday on Town Hall Bray because his chain broke, and that's just the way it can happen with the Scottish 6 days trial.
You were up the Bray the other week, last week I think, filming the actual route, weren't you? Talking it through it step by step.
Yeah, at Town Hall Bray.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, locals call it Rocky Bray. That's how they know it. But there was a town hall there up to 1975, and we did a bit of filming with Dan on the Town Hall Bray, which has changed over the years because it used to not have the steps up the side. It was a wide open pathway, if you like, on bedrock. But then Rab Patterson and the team brought in some rocks in the 1990s, which changed it somewhat, and they made it a bit more technical. So they're having that on the Saturday. So if the townsfolk are about on Saturday, that's where to catch the action at the end of the day, is on your local Town Hall Bray section.
I mean, it's caught a lot of people out. There's not a lot of space up there, is there? It's always surprising me. You've seen even the top riders have struggled up that sometimes.
Yeah, it can be a wee bit tricky. It just depends on where to put the marker cards. That's what we were talking about the other day when we did a bit of filming. And but back in the day, back in the 50s, it was much wider because you didn't have the steps, and it was a much smoother transition. But they even used sidecars on it when they used to use the sidecars in 1959. I was doing a little bit of music.
Was that?
Don't really know why that started playing, if I'm honest.
That was a bit of a piano interlude there.
Yeah, that was not Adele. Who was that? I don't know. Quite nice.
Yeah, that was it. So, yeah, they'll be using that on Saturday. It'll be interesting to see if there's any points dropped. Because back in the day, it was a case of, did you lose any marks in Town Hall Bray? And if you said, yeah, I had a dab, oh, you know. Because it was then, back then, it was such a simple section. But then the clerk's course, assistant clerk's course, would be a wee bit devious, and they would put a wee dog leg in it. They would move the cards hard to one side or hard to the other, just to make you go up something, or to catch you out. You know, some of the top riders just used to look at it from the bottom and say, right, out of the way, and they would ride it. But then if they'd moved the cards and you weren't expecting it, it could you know, just throw you off your concentration, and that would be that. And maybe a foot go down and catch you for a dab.
It always amazes me how close the spectators are a lot to these sections as well. I mean, it's these people are on bikes which could go anywhere, and always think they're quite close to it sometimes. Yeah, that's why they brought in the sort of lanyard thing, where the bikes have got lanyards, where if the rider, you know, steps off the bike, it pulls a magnetic switch and it kills the engine. But you know, trials is a slow speed sport. We actually had this quite a good thing came out of something where one of the enduro clubs wanted to use part of, well, ground that we use up in Inverness for trials, and they approached the owners, and the owners came to us and said, look, we don't want to muck you guys about because you've been with us for 45 years. We've allowed you to use our ground, and this enduro club have approached us. What's the difference? I said, do you know what? Well, they sent us a video and we didn't think it was the same bikes. They said, no, it's racing. And one of our committee men, Gordon Murray, said, look, this is how to go back and approach it, John. Just tell them that during a trial, you could cross the section by mistake when a rider's coming towards you and not get seriously hurt. But if you crossed in front of an enduro bike, you'll be up in Regmore Hospital. It's as simple as that, because one was racing at speeds up to 60 mile an hour off-road. The other is, you know, you'd be lucky if you'd be hitting 3 miles an hour if you were lucky in some cases. And that's the kind of difference there, that the sort of risk levels are a lot lower. But we have seen in the World Championships, you know, bikes going, you know, out of control effectively, where the rider has lost control of the bike and it's spun off into the crowd and everybody sort of jumped out of the way. But that's on probably more extreme sections than what you get at the Scottish 6 Days trial. But the trick is to look at the section when you go there to spectate and decide, well, if there's a waterfall, you don't want to be standing too close to certain bits of it if the bike were to grip and suddenly shoot off into the crowd. So most of the trial spectators are either riders' family or riders themselves, and they have a good idea of where they should stand. But with motorsport, there is risks associated with it. I mean, in car rallying, there's unfortunately been fatalities in the past in car rallying, and it actually involved ex-competitors as well, who should have known better. They shouldn't have been standing in the area which was marked accordingly, not spectator, you know, not a spectator area. You keep out of these things. So it's all down to using your loaf and thinking about it and thinking about your own safety, because obviously the bikes aren't high-powered as such, but
you know, they're very lightweight, and the power to weight ratio is incredible on a trials bike, and they do kind of take off, and they can go in any direction if the rider has lost control of it. If the rider's still got his hands in the handlebars, you've got a sporting chance of getting out of the way. But yeah, it's not the first time that somebody's been knocked down at Pipeline, for example, even in the pre-65. There's videos of that, and it's just a case of, you know, be careful where you stand. I would normally stand on the upside of a banking rather than the downside, so that if anything does go out the way,
will take it away.
Less chance of it hitting you. You know?
I know we've always say, I know, you know, being pressed, we have to sign a disclaimer saying we're aware that motorsports is a dangerous sport. I think that's, you know, across all these things,
Absolutely.
we're aware of it, that anything could happen. And I think we've just gone off air yesterday and there's a stuck throttle up on the start ramp. I don't know, did you hear that?
Well, I didn't actually, but I knew a little bit about it. But I think that was down to the fact that somebody had told me that a few of the bikes had fallen down in the night.
Okay.
And it had probably dislodged the throttle cable.
This was on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I wasn't aware of any wind, but I think they moved the bikes about a bit on the Sunday, as we
no,
discovered.
so the bike was screaming, shall we say, at full throttle.
Well, that's
quite a noise.
Throttle cable.
And then a nasty smell afterwards.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
No, they don't like that.
They don't like it.
And that was from cold.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's not a good thing.
That's not where it is nicely, is it?
You don't start your car and run it on full throttle immediately.
No. Well, this was instant, and it was just, it wasn't pleasant.
Right.
But it does happen.
It does happen. A throttle jam is not a pleasant experience for, well, especially for the rider and the owner of the machine. It's happened to me before.
Well, I guess once it started, you could actually pull that kill switch, couldn't you, and then go and get it sorted.
Yeah.
It seemed to go on quite a long time.
Aye, it's one of these things when actually it's worse when the bikes are hot, because with a two-stroke, even with the lanyards, I've seen them rev and not shut down, because what happens is in the cylinder head, any carbon that's built up in the cylinder head actually acts like a spark plug on its own, because it glows red hot, and as long as it's got fuel, if you can get that fuel off, that would be great, but you run the risk of seizing it because you've cut off the lubrication as well, so it's a, what do I do? And there was a trick that we used to do, we probably still do it, the guys that are riding, is stick a glove up the exhaust, because if you put your bare hand that you could burn yourself because of hot exhaust gases. But I've seen guys put their foot on the end of the exhaust, and that actually kills a two-stroke, because the way a two-stroke works, it needs the exhaust to be working, otherwise it snuffs the bike out. A guy once told me the best thing you can do is turn your bike right upside down, because it starves the main jet of fuel. And I think, well, that's a bit extreme. Until it happened to me once with Gavin Johnson. He was at our local trial, and he was trying a bit of an extreme bit. He was practicing at the same time as riding the trial, and the bike jumped out of his hands and it turned itself upside down, but as it did so, it opened the throttle full. And I was pressing the kill switch with the bike upside down. It wasn't working until the bike started to run out of fuel, and I kept my finger on the kill switch with the thing revving in my left ear, and eventually it started to slow right down, and in the last minute I pulled the back brake on and it stopped immediately. So it's not a completely surefire stopping mechanism, the kill switches or the lanyards, because if that bike is of operating temperature, it could diesel and run away itself, and the trick is to try and shut them down.
Well, I guess it's time for local news, is it?
Yes.
Before Mr. Cedric comes in?
Well, we'll do some local news. We'll catch up on ads and then we won't get stuck.
Yep, that sounds like a plan.
Cool. Right, here we go.
Don't hold back, cause you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back, if you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back, and you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back, cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
galvanized.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
To move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
The Scottish 6-day trial.
Day 2 indeed, and I'm joined in Parc Ferme by David Dignam. I'm doing a different role today because last year we were speaking to you every day as clerk of the course, and now you're chairperson of the actual horse at the club. Is that correct?
Good morning, John.
Good morning, John. Thanks,
and
David.
good morning to Le Havre as well, as I would always say.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing fine, thank you very much indeed. Yes, this year's a slightly different role, where I stepped down last year as the clerk, and I've taken on the chairman's role on the organising committee part of it.
And I mean, what is the difference between, clerk of the course, obviously they're in charge of this whole event for this week and running up to it, I guess. And your roles are you overseeing what the clerk does? Is that the way it works? Or?
Well, it's like any chairperson. They take an overall view of the whatever organisation you're working to, and in this case, it's the event of this there. So yeah, I mean, Mark Witham was our chairman for a good number of years, and like any chairman, you're there to sort of, steer the ship in sort of a good place as you can.
Yeah. It supports everybody else as well. It's a tough old role really, because you've got many caps. You're trying to keep everybody happy. There's obviously, like all the associations, which never show you with yours, there's always conflicts and people have different ideas, strong opinions, and trying to work out a happy medium is sometimes quite difficult.
Yeah, as I say, like anything, it's about and ensuring the team, is working in one direction, to it. And as I say, yes, I think unfortunately, as Lee was on yesterday, and we've had a bit of a reshuffle. It would have been ideal if Lee had a handover year, unfortunately, but circumstances were for myself that last year was, and I remember speaking to John Moffat earlier. I made that decision Wednesday of last year's event.
Yeah.
So I had it in my mind that was there, and coming into this year. So and Lee, as he said again yesterday, he's taken the course of last year and tried to mitigate any sort of new course of that and just gone for the same.
Are you more relaxed this year?
I wouldn't say relaxed, but look, as I say, there are dramas all the time.
Yeah.
It's avoiding the crises that we have, and like an event of this size, there will be, you can't have everything aligned. So there will be times where you have to sort of just jump in, redo it or whatever, but that's life here.
How does the membership work for the Edinburgh District Club? It's one thing I've never really sort of understood. Is it sort of, are you invited to come? Can anybody sort of join it? How's it?
Yeah, look, so we all work under the umbrella of the Edinburgh District Motorcycle Club, and under that we have the SSDT and we have the Pre-65. Right. So there's two trials run under their own autonomy, but under the banner of the Edinburgh District, and all the members of that are members of the Edinburgh District. It's not an active club as such in the way that we run a trial. We only run one trial a year in that. The history of the Edinburgh District is well noted. I'm not going to start to go into that, but that's how that works. So we all pay our dues every year.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And we were talking earlier with John saying how many people are involved behind the scenes, the people we don't see, the observers, the markers, and I suppose and the administration. As never showed it, we don't sort of see much of that, but it's a huge part of what goes on, the volunteers, isn't it?
Yeah. As everybody knows, we took over Ben Nevis Hotel, and we're around about this sort of 120, 130 people involved during the week. Yeah. But that runs from the core committee, then to the wider helpers, assistant clerk courses, to the observers, and beyond. So again, if you go back to the what does the chairman do, or in that role is again just to try and steer that all the different factions together on that one goal of putting this event on, and certainly coming right the way through it and helping Lee this year understand or can again use this year as a handover year, to Lee. As he would have said yesterday, he spent most of his time, if not all of it, setting out today for tomorrow, so he doesn't, he's not been exposed.
Almost,
exactly. And yesterday was our first day together, type of thing. So it was really quite nice to take it round and actually, see the actual front of the trial itself live.
Yeah, and I think he did a good thing too, because he said basically he's done the same as what you did last year. A few little tweaks, as you say, just ironed out a few bits. But obviously, administration getting the land permission and makes life a lot easier. Got those contacts, and I guess as a changeover year, it's probably a good way of doing it.
Yeah, look, as I said, all the organisations, all the agencies that we work with, that happens throughout the year.
Yeah.
You know, and we have Mike McNiven, who looks after the environmental side, who's also taken the secretary on.
How many sort of
this year.
commissioners do you need? Who's got sort of ballpark figure into the hundreds?
I mean, I think we're running round about the sort of half a dozen triple SI areas. That's for Nature Scott on its own, and then obviously land is way and above that. Jahavati Estates are obviously a key player on this. They are important, but every landowner is important to us. You know, without every access, without every, you know, piece of ground that we use, we cannot put on the trial that you see today.
No, and you don't upset these landowners. You want to come back year after year, and you don't want that reputation. Or they come this, they ruin that, they left a mess, they noise people practicing. Because I know we've had this in the past year where riders gone, well, people local to the area have gone up and actually tried to ride the sections after the riders have even done it, and it's not on, is it?
Yeah, I know in the past where we've had landowners that the nervousness comes not from the trial, but from the aftermath, in a sense. And being local and being chair of the local club as well, you know, I'm very conscious, or we're all very conscious of that. But we've got to, you know, we do get a bit of a bad sort of rep sometimes for that, which is unjust.
Yes.
Because I think the club is a very well-run, maintained organisation for locally.
Very responsible. I've noticed that just for working over the years, very responsible what you're trying to do.
Yeah, of course. There are areas now where, you know, Glen Nevis is a typical area where we just do not go.
Yeah.
Practice or trial.
Yeah.
You know, that is the most sensitive area. I think it's in Glen Nevis itself, from Achintee through out into the lower falls. It's you know, it's a European, you know, status in that sense. Now, whether I agree or disagree with that, that's another story.
You're not going to. That's one thing we can't sort of control. What happens in those sort of meetings, I guess.
No, look, we live in this environment, you know, today where all these agencies are working. You know, they're steered by the government in a sense.
No, exactly. You know. And what the future of the club and the future of the sport? I mean, it's looking, for what we see, pretty good. I mean, it seems to be getting stronger. Do you feel that?
Well, being involved with trials throughout the year, so it's not. This is not just a one-off. And as you know, my youngest son, sort of rides, and you know, you know, yesterday he had a really good day. So we're involved at all levels. You know, from his World Championships to his you know, right down to the club. This year has been hard. I think from a manufacturer's point of view, it's been very hard. The economics of the global thing is undoubtedly in question. And so bikes become part of that. And I think, generally speaking, it's strong, but it's quite, you know, it's niche.
Yes.
That's the word I was looking for.
But it does seem a lot more riders getting involved, younger riders too, just looking around.
Well, looking at the entry this year, right, even the top 20, there is a lot of good riders. I mean, and in the World Series, you know, the top 10 there today, you know, they're all in that World Championship battle. I've never seen such a strong field of so many young riders, you know, from, you know, my own to the Hemingways to that Harry T's, Jack Dances to Billy Gray, you know, there's a lot of good riders out there. Type of thing, and then you get the older veterans coming back in to it, and you'll see this year you've got Michael Brown back in, a good friend as well, Jack Price, that type of thing, and they can fairly pull it out of the bag. Not forgetting Dougie, of course.
Dougie's there.
Well, he'll give me a hard time if I don't, you know. But no, you know, there's a lot. You know, this event tends to just level it out because the sections are in today's. Not extreme. Well, some would argue that. Big Dars is, you know. But anyway, so it's a level playing field. So, but I think from our perspective, we've just got to keeping things fresh and keep it. You know, every year we're round about a sort of 400-500 entrants, and we need to maintain that.
Yeah, no, it is good. And you mentioned Doug yourself. I mean, you bring your own children up through it now, young men, let's call them, or young girls. I mean, it's great that it sort of evolves through that, and the skill and the enthusiasm is still there.
Yeah, look, This year we've got the women's relay team.
Yeah. Are they ladies or are they women? We've got to know a change. What the right
I'm
term
not
is
even
for
going to get into that debate.
the ladies. I always go for ladies. But
That's fine.
Yeah.
You call them ladies, we'll call them ladies.
I don't know if there's a sort of right term for it, but it's one of these things.
It's really good to see the relay team. I would, to be fair, it was myself that introduced that a few years ago, and it's a really good means of coming into the 6 days.
Yeah.
If you're not quite able to do the 6 days, you get that experience. Okay, the ladies are coming back into it, right?
Yeah.
Katie and everything on there. You got Jess. So it's really nice to see them coming back and enjoying the event, because that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's an experience, right?
Yeah, it is.
And we have to enjoy it. There's no point in doing it.
The word fun's been used quite a lot by the riders today, I've noticed, when John's been chatting to them. It's a fun, they're here for the fun, they're here for this, and I think that's fantastic.
But that's life.
Yes.
You have
this
to...
This is their hobby, this is, some it's their living, I know, but for most of the club members it is a hobby and it's their holiday and it is fun. The family are up here with them.
You have to do the fun events, as we'll call it, right? And we would have started that many years ago. With Ben, we would have went to the 3-day Santa Gosa, which is a mini version of the Scottish 60s.
Okay.
And the replica, everything we do this, and that's you've got to enjoy what you do, and otherwise there's no point in doing it. No. So again, at the same time, there's a sharp end to the event, but there's also an enjoyment part to it as well.
Yeah. No, it is. And as chairperson of the Edinburgh District Club, I'd just like to thank you for getting Nevis Radio involved again for another year. Hopefully we'll be doing it. We just thought, I'll go do it next year. We don't know. We don't take it for granted, but it's always great to be part of the event and be down here and trying to get the coverage across the world. So thank you very much.
No, I've said it before. It's you guys have been here a long time. It's an important part. It's just another part of the jigsaw. Yeah. Getting that social media. Part of it. Louise Price, does that for the club, and she does a great job in there, and it keeps expanding it all the time. As we know, the social media has the good side and the bad side to it.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier too. Yeah.
And we would like to go on the good side of it.
Yeah.
And it's important for that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Okay. So next year we booked.
Well, I would have said you are. Yes.
Yeah, no, brilliant.
No, look. We've used it this year, I say, for the parade, which was really nice for Alec Gillespie. Yes. I must admit, Alec was great. I never gave him much notice because I know he would have just fretted over it in that sense. But that was really nice to see a Lochaber Steward, starting it, and I think it's important. In Lochaber, it's so busy. You got to go back to our roots.
Yeah.
And this trial is just full of that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
David, thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
And I believe we're going back to the studio where we've another David's there.
He certainly is. He certainly is. Yes, it was good to see David on Sunday there, looking like a new man almost. Actually,
David said you were saying you look like, because David can't hear you. So David said you were saying you look like a new man on Sunday.
I met him on Sunday. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure a new man, but anyway, you were looking good yourself, David.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's great. Well done.
Okay, David. We're hand straight over. He's gone. We run over a little bit.
Okay, we'll get cracking. Good morning, Simon. Good morning, John. And John and Dan in the van. And a special good morning to all the listeners here in Lochaber and online all over the world. It's good to be with you again. This week, I wanted to see what we can learn from the disciples. As I said yesterday, they weren't special religious people that Jesus chose to hang out with. They were ordinary people like you and me. Today, I want to talk about Andrew, who became the patron saint of Scotland and the namesake of my university. He was a fisherman and the brother of the better-known Simon Peter. He was actually the reason for Peter becoming one of Jesus' inner circle of followers, as he introduced him to Jesus. We don't hear a lot about him, but he seemed to get on with things quietly with a strong belief and trust in Jesus, very different from his brother Peter, who appeared to be more impulsive and driven. An example of this was when a huge crowd of people had followed Jesus to a remote place near the Sea of Galilee to hear more of the good news he was talking about, as well as to see or personally experience more healing miracles. It was getting late and there was no fast food shops around. Jesus wanted to test his disciples and asked Philip how would they get enough food to feed these 5,000. Philip hadn't a clue. Meanwhile, Andrew had been looking around and chatting with people in the crowd and came across a lad with his piece of 5 loaves and 2 fish, probably packed by his mother. Having witnessed some of the miracles earlier, Andrew knew that Jesus was powerful enough to do something with this small offering, although he probably wasn't entirely sure, but he was willing to give it a go and bring it to Jesus. You all know the outcome, which far surpassed Andrew's and the wee lad's expectation, generally called the feeding of the 5,000. Andrew realised what offering his gift to Jesus could actually mean. This has relevance to us as we can offer what gifts we have, whether skills, money or ourselves, and Jesus will often multiply them. I've often quoted the 9-year-old schoolgirl who blogged about her school dinners online and turned it into £100,000 for Mary's Meals to feed and educate large numbers of poor children in Malawi. So don't think you're too insignificant to have an effect in our local community or through some organisation to a community in need abroad. Don't think you're not like so-and-so who's really good at leading, etc. You might be the very person who can help. The other positive characteristic Andrew had was that he was prepared to do the hard work in the background while others were out front leading. This was highlighted after Jesus' resurrection when a number of the disciples had gone back north to Galilee to go fishing. Once again they'd caught nothing, and this man on the shore said, "Put your nets over there on the other side of the boat," which they did, and once again the nets were full to bursting. At that point they realised it was Jesus on the shore. He wasn't dead. Peter, of course, jumped into the sea to reach Jesus as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Andrew and the other disciples were left with the hard work of rowing in the huge catch. Somebody's got to do it. To have a functioning community, there have to be some who are the jumpers, inspiring others, and some who are the rowers, keeping things going. Don't underestimate what you can do for someone today. You'd be amazed at what a difference you might make. Thanks for listening. Here's one by U2.
To move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirm to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as
The clock of the course for a chat.
Yes, I'm just wondering, I think we're all live now. Lee Bremner, we had you on yesterday. That was your first day under your belt, so you'll be a wee bit more relaxed than Monday morning, I would take it.
Slightly. But it's still a lot of responsibility and a lot of work to be done yet before we I mean, tomorrow is hump day, is it? Is that what they call it?
Right.
So yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done and a lot of things to get our ducks in a row, and you know, we've got a long way to go yet, John.
Any problems so far? Has everything gone pretty well to plan?
Yeah, you know, problems? Nah, not really. Nothing we can't deal with.
Yeah.
It was always going to be a year of hopefully looking nice and elegant like the Swan, but then kicking like mad underneath.
Yeah.
You know, like we've said, I think I heard Davey say it as well. And I certainly said it yesterday. We had a shuffle of the pack, so we've got new people in new roles, laying outside of things. We've got some new faces in as well. So it's a case of keeping everybody right and making sure the trial gets on the front side gets delivered correctly.
And it's not always a bad thing just to get a change of personnel as well. I mean, that's been proven over the years because you know, I was secretary 20 so many years ago, and there's been quite a few secretaries. There's also been quite a few clerk of the courses, and it just everything like that keeps the momentum going and keeps the trial fresh, I would guess.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, probably around the time you were secretary would be the beginning of me coming on to start helping out.
That's right.
So when I started, Willie Dallin was clerk of the course.
Right.
And then obviously Mark Whittam took over, and that was Willie and Mark were a real turning point for the trial, in my opinion. I remember being young and the trial being in dark days. If you listen to the stories, there's every chance we couldn't have been here now from then. So Willie obviously dragged it back. Mark then put his stamp on it and really dragged it forward. Jeff Horn did exactly the same. David's put his mark on it. And thankfully, we're here at this international prestigious event, and long may it continue, and I'm certainly going to dig my heels in and try to carry on the momentum going forward.
Do you still have the thought that many had over the years that this is very much a clubman event with professional riders? That's where your bulk of your entry comes from as clubman, isn't it?
100%. And I know, in the past, we've maybe been criticised that we've not considered the clubmen enough. But believe me, and I want all the riders and everyone that's contemplating coming to ride the Scottish 6 Days Trial that we do consider everyone. In that respect, it's really unique that the clubmen, I mean, you can go buy a bike the week before, or you can put your entry and get an entry, go buy a bike the week before the trial and line up next to world champions.
Yeah.
It's unique in that way.
You can't do that in football.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So it is unique. So from a laying out point of view and making it a competition, at the same time trying to get a winner, etc. It's a juggling act. It's a juggling act getting these sections right. Will we ever do it 100%? I don't know. But we can only try.
Well, I know when I did it was a long time ago. It was 1977. But I mean, I rode round in the group that involved Ulf Karlsson, who became world champion. And I was a clubman rider. I was never a great rider. I was never Scottish champion or anything like that, not even close to it. But the fact is that after the Scottish, having watched Ulf Karlsson go through lines, you end up following these guys. And just a couple of weeks later, it was what they called the Edinburgh Evening News Trial, and I won that trial. And the reason I think I won it was because I was still fresh from the Scottish. The bike was usable. I used the bike I was comfortable with, and I'd picked up a bit of information in the old head that helped me.
100%. I mean, even if you're not riding next to a top rider. I mean, being on your bike for 6 days and if you can manage to keep going around this event, and you come off the other end and finish on Saturday relatively unscathed, you go out the next week, the week later, you're going to be bike fit, and you know, that's really what's as important for this event as being able to ride the sections. The fact that you're bike fit and you can ride a bike, and you know, you can get around this trial.
Yeah, brilliant. Now, what's the script for today? What sort of running is it on today's route? It's not a route, well, we had it last year admittedly, but it's not a route I'm very, very au fait with.
So from Parc Ferme, we obviously head to Lenakin, so that's road. Then we'll ride through the forest, come out the Brackletter Junction there before Speen Bridge. We then head for Witches Burn. So I've put an extra section above Witches, the original Witches Burn. And then we go round to Loch Arkaig, so that's obviously all road work pretty much. But then once after Loch Arkaig, they head up Glentarsoon and over to what they call Achnassol, and then back down. So that's a big bit of hill. It's, you know, you go up a fair height. I was up there a few weeks ago with some boys. It wasn't as nice a day as this, but it was still quite wet. There was snow on the top. So that's a good bit of hill. They come back, wee bit of two-way traffic back to Achnacarry Estate. We have our lunch check, and then we're out through Glen Mealy to Uakin. Again, another good bit of moor work for the guys. But yeah, I think a good mix of road work, path work, and then the hills as well today. Yeah.
And that was the same as last year's Tuesday?
I mean, I don't know if I said yesterday, I make no bones that this year's trial is kind of a copy and paste exercise for me in a way of breaking myself gently into the role, and at the same time not giving us the headaches, or hopefully not giving us the headaches this week, that if I was to go start throwing new stuff or a different route in, let everybody settle into their new roles, and if we can take away any potential pitfalls or that, then that was my thinking.
Because they reckon that a new route or a change of route needs running in, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, 100%. We need to know where we're going. We need to piece it all together, because it's not just a case of, oh, we're going to use this bit of hill instead. We've then got to calculate mileage for fuel and everything that, and then where do we put a rest stop and time checks, things like that. So yeah, we can't just go, well, instead of going around that hill, we're going to go around this hill instead this year. There's more planning to it than that, you know.
You don't want to give yourself a headache. And you certainly, from your first year in the job as clerk of the course, because you're in charge of the trial all week, you don't want to give yourself a headache when you don't really have to.
Absolutely.
No point. I don't think there'd be any point. And I don't think, I mean, there's still a few newcomers this year anyway, so it's all new to them anyway. It's only
it's new to me this year as well.
It's new to you as well, exactly. So, yeah, why change something that worked last year just for the sake of it? And I think you're right, you know, 2027, you'll maybe be saying, well, I think I'll maybe put a new thing in here and we'll see how that goes, and then you can put your own mark on the trial.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been involved a long time. Slightly different to other people. You know, everyone wants to ride. I've done that, and you know, I fulfilled that ambition. But being involved in this side of the trial, I'd be lying if, you know, one of my ambitions wasn't to be clerk of the course of this trial. So I have in the past jotted down routes, looked at maps, so I have an idea of things I want to add in, maybe things that if I can try and bring back from an older trial, but yeah, just freshen it up, make it differently.
Yeah, no harm in that at all. But it's actually quite funny because I think I said I was secretary in 2002, and I remember a certain Andy Gregg saying to you, and I was actually at the time, one day this will be your trial, and you kind of smirked just like you did just now, and I thought, well, there's every possibility because of the fact the family connection and so on and so forth. But that was something like, what, 21 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago now when you think
I remember those conversations.
But here we are. Heaven forbid, 2026, you're here, you've got the trial, you're running it, it's had a day under already, so that's a sixth of the trial gone already, and everyone's gone to giddy boo, and let's hope it continues right through the Saturday. Now, you've got Town Hall Bray in on Saturday. That's really for the locals, that's for the town, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a, you know, much like the parade. Okay, we take over the car park, but much like the parade, I think it's good for the locals, for the local community, people of Loch Harbour that help us. They hopefully can come out, see a bit of trial without having to trek out into the hills or, you know, drive you know, they can come out, they can see the trial, and hopefully get a wee kick out of it like we do, you know.
Yeah. Well, we've already done a little bit of filming the other day at the Town Hall Bray that we might sort of intercut with the broadcast that we're doing this week. But it's a hill that's nothing, but it's something, because there has been some times where people have lost marks and it's made a difference to this overall score. And it's a tricky wee place. I mean, it was altered some years ago in the 90s, I think it was, by Rab Patterson. They got a forwarder in, they brought rocks in just to make it a bit more spicy, because it was just a bedrock thing. But I even remember as a kid that none of the steps were there, and it was much wider. But it was always a case of the riders, did you lose any marks in Town Hall Bray today? And it was a kind of shame if you managed to drop a foot.
It is one, you know, no one wants to drop a mark on Town Hall Bray, but it can catch you out, some of those rocks, and especially if you're early, the grass can be quite long, you know, obviously it doesn't get used for anything else really, apart from when we ride up it. So yeah, there's some sharp wee rocks in there that can catch you out, and I've seen a chain come off. I've seen varying things happen going up there. When you look at it, it looks nothing. But yeah,
no, don't underestimate it.
It's not the nicest way to finish a trial.
Yeah, but it's all about the town, and I mean, it goes back a long, long time. I remember in 1970, the first year that I really came up for the whole day, and all the riders were coming in, and it was some of the old greats were still riding then. There were younger men then, obviously, some of them no longer with us, and parking their bikes down in the square, Cameron Square, walking up the section. And as it turned out, that night was a very nice evening. You know, as the loch was calm and everything was coming in, had good run up from Edinburgh. And it was just one of these places, a bit like the Pipeline, that is an iconic thing in its own way. Maybe not as tough as the Pipeline became, but certainly everybody came. And the amount of people that used to sit on the walls and watch it was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, only a couple of years ago, obviously, like you say, there's steps there now. You see people sitting on top of the bookie's roof next to it if you've got a nice day, and around the walls, and yeah, it makes, you know, it's got to be for these guys, you know, out here behind us and that are going around the trial this week. If they can come in and they can do a good ride up there and they get a good round of applause, you know, be it locals or to finish the trial, it's got to be a great way to finish a trial than just riding into here from a hill somewhere. And maybe hopefully a bit better finish than an anticlimax of just riding in here and finishing, you know.
Any advice for the riders this week?
Keep going, guys, so far the weather's been really kind to us. If the rain comes, like I say, we've not, like last year, you know, it had been really warm right up to the trial, and obviously we had a cracking week last year. It has been wet. It wasn't that long ago that we did have some heavy showers of snow, so on the tops there it's going to be wet. Just keep yourself going. As I said in the rider briefing, what's big for me, and in the interest of keeping relations open for, like, if I do want to change a route and speak to landowners, is that we are courteous and we respect our hosts, the people of Lochaber and the landowners of Lochaber. That's all I can ask from the guys, but I want everyone to enjoy themselves, and I want everyone to come back next year.
Yeah. Obviously the trial sometimes gets criticised about, you know, the fact that it is a no-stop event, and that's always been a big sort of bugbear. You know, what is a stop and what is not. I'm quite definitive. If I've been observing, I'm firm but fair. But if they stop in front of me and I see them stop, they get a 5, because I'm old school. Right? Your dad's old school as well, because we're of that same era. You're a bit younger, obviously, but you were brought into trials at the time where there was stop permitted and no stop, and there's been a sort of jumping backwards and forwards in the trials world, and different events have different rules, not so much different rules but different approaches. Some go no stop, some stop. Scottish is no stop, but there's a bit of an allowance there, isn't there? Because when you see videos, and I know we don't get into videos too much, but people take pictures, and I'm always saying to them, yeah, that's fine where you took the video, but the observer's not standing there, and it's what the observer sees is what they see.
100%, 100%. What the observer sees and the way an observer interprets the rules. What I asked for of the observers is consistency.
Yeah.
If you do it for rider number 1, if you take one approach for rider number 1, you take that approach for rider number 285.
Yeah.
You know, consistency is key, and yeah, I know the guys that are at the sharp end of the trial. Okay, people have different riding styles, but again, I suppose that's part of this trial, that the top riders can ride like that, whereas we have the guys that just the clubman rider who maybe can't. So it's a hard one, but we've got to respect our observers, because without them we don't have a trial.
You don't, and of course everybody that's out there, man, woman, etc., that are out in the hill, they're your assistants, they're your eyes and ears and 100%. Fingers, etc., because they're keeping the scores. And of course nowadays we're into the electronics, they're all using these almost like mobile phones to record the scores.
Yeah, I mean the devices, the electronic scoring, it has radicalised this trial. I mean, Fergus Gray, who runs our results team, our results manager, what he has created and what we have on display, or what we now have on display this year, the results system is fantastic. Going back to when you were secretary, how many people were in the office counting books?
Quite a lot.
Exactly.
There's so many keystrokes of inputting it into computers.
And while you know it is meticulously checked and double checked, the speed that it comes in, you know, obviously when they get signal, and it's just all there. It just all goes in to be checked, rather than having to be inputted and then checked and then checked and then checked. You know, Fergus has done a fantastic job, and that's all part of taking the trial forward.
Yeah. Well, it's just the modern world. I don't really see in my lifetime them having automatic observing posts where the rider rides and he's got contacts in his feet, and if he touches the ground, that's a, you know, I don't see that happening. Do you?
Maybe we'll get them when we get the automatic flags that just pop up out the ground every year.
That's
and
right.
save us running around and laying them out every year.
Yeah, are you not developed that yet?
That's another one for Fergus. We'll leave that one with Fergus.
Quite right. Well, where are you off to today? You tend to go out and have a wee look somewhere, and of course you've got your son Archie riding number 125.
Yeah, I'll try and catch Archie maybe later on today. Unfortunately, Archie's not my main focus. It would be nice, but Archie's not my main focus this week. Obviously, he's very much in my thoughts and at the back of my mind. Today, I'm going to go up to Lenakin for a look. We obviously use Lenakin again tomorrow. So obviously, I wasn't out yesterday with the guys, so I'm going to go and see what's there, and then the guys that are going to lay out tomorrow will just have a quick recce of that. And then I'll go and hopefully try and catch Archie, but then definitely catch a bit of the trial and just see what the guys have put on the ground.
So you're not supporting them this week, because obviously you've got a bigger job to do, but who's looking after them?
So Dad's chasing them around this week. So obviously Dad's chairman of the E&D, the Edinburgh District Motor Club. This is going to be his last event. He's stepping down as chairman after this event.
Okay.
And with him stepping down, with my first year as clerk of the course, I think he decided that he was going to take the opportunity to chase his grandson around, and I hope they don't fall out too much.
Well, that's the thing, but he's a wise gentleman, as Pete Bremner. He's been around a long time, and I'm quite sure he can handle himself when it comes to that. But good to see him out there and supporting the family. So I'm sure Archie will appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a finish at the end of the week. That's
you know, that's that 100%. You know, Archie's obviously quite a competitive rider. He rides the British Championships and everything. But we have said to him, first year, obviously riding a 125. Just let's get home.
Get it finished.
Get home. That's your main concern. Don't
that
worry.
in itself, Lee, is an achievement to get to do the Scottish
100%.
60s.
I mean, Archie turned 17 end of March there. And you know, a month, 2 months later, to then be lining up here. If he can finish, I'll be.
You'll be a happy guy.
I'll be a proud dad.
Quite right. So anyway, we'll let you get on with your job, and thanks very much for coming in and seeing us. And I think you're going to be popping in during the week, which is good, and you can keep us updated on things and events and whatnot, or ones you can discuss on the radio, and that'll be great to have it. So thanks very much, Lee.
Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Has Lee got a tune he'd like played? Lee?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
We'll find out the true man now, what the musical tastes
It was on in the van coming down. Do you have the day we caught the train by Ocean Colour Scene?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure we do.
I'm typing.
Ocean?
Yeah. O-C.
No, it's not the sea, you want the ocean.
Ocean. Which one was it, sorry? Did we call it a train?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
I can do it, yeah.
Right, we'll get that on just now.
about it, so many people do. Be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
So I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do. Be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
This breakfast is sponsored by DYW West Highland, bridging the gap between businesses and schools.
This is day 2 of the Scottish 6-day trial.
It is Tuesday, Parc, Ferme, Nevis Radio broadcasting live right through to 11 o'clock, and I'm joined now by one of our main sponsors, Michelin Tires. A very good morning to Stuart Dozy and Gareth Mansell.
Morning, John. Morning, John.
How are you both?
Tickety-boo, sir.
Tickety-boo.
Very well, thank you.
Good, good, because you're a familiar face up here, being very polite, and you're a new face up here.
Yes, that's correct, John. This is my first time at this event. Very excited to attend.
You turned on, yeah, you push forward.
Yes.
Yep, that's right. Right. I can hear you from here. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, very excited to be here.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about this event. Obviously, Stuart is an old face, as you say. He's been coming many years. I've worked for Michelin for 10 years now. A lot of that time has been working closely with Stuart as part of the two-wheel team.
Yeah.
So
So that's your main involvement with the two wheels, is it? Not just motorcycles, but I'm assuming bicycles as well?
Yes, that's correct. So technical manager for motorcycle and bicycle in the UK and Ireland. And as I say, during that time working with Stu, he's told me a lot of good stories of this event. So it's been great to see. Spend time with Stu. He knows pretty much everybody here.
Yeah.
Introduced me to lots of people. So yeah, really enjoying it so far.
I've got to say, familiar face, when we become good friends, you've been a sponsor for as many years now, and it is appreciated, and it's just nice to see your involvement and the involvement, I guess, of Michelin Tires within the sport as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody that comes up here with me. Last year it was Mark Coleman, who's head of not just two-wheel but car as well. He couldn't believe what a wonderful event it is. The people. That's the thing that everybody takes away from this, is that the people involved in trials are just some of the nicest, most genuine people you can meet. And look out the office window today. I mean, you know, this is work. I mean, it's wonderful, isn't it? It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, we live in the area, and you still come down, you just think, this isn't bad. It's not, yeah, like this morning, there was a little mist out there, sun shining through, and I thought, oh, it's just glorious.
The weather's not like this every year.
Yeah, yes, every day, every day. Every day the same.
So far, everybody that's come up with me has had weather like this, and so nobody believes me when I tell them how bad it can be. But, hey, as long as it stays like this every year we come up, happy days.
Yeah. And we were here on Sunday, I was watching you going around inspecting the bikes, obviously counting how many your brand is on those bikes and machines. That's obviously a very big important thing to get that brand out there, people wanting to buy it and having the faith in it, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we never stand still. Competition's a great thing because it keeps making you push the envelope. So, you know, every now and again you'll see a new brand will come along and have a push. But the wonderful thing for us is that trials riders still see the Michelin tyre as being the go-to tyre for this event and other events like it. So yeah, happy days. You know, we are market leaders by a long way, but as I say, we don't sit on our laurels and just go, that's it. And that's why we keep getting involved with this event and with sponsored riders and teams, because we need to be out there, the brand. And it's not just about selling trials tyres, John, as we've said many times. It's about the Michelin brand and the bigger Michelin world, if you like.
Yeah. So it's been going on many, many years, and it's obviously evolving. I mean, what's the next big step? You're always looking for that next thing, I guess, the big selling point, the USP. How does that sort of work?
Well, one thing that stood out for me, John, doing the tyre survey and spending time in the Parc Ferme, because as Stuart says, we've clearly got a strong market share with a tyre of choice for the trials riders.
What sort of percentage are you looking at? Have you got those figures?
It's big, big numbers.
Okay.
It's well over 80%.
Okay.
It's very, very strong numbers. And as we go around the park, we see all these vans. They're all on Michelin products.
Yeah.
Agilis Cross Climate, Agilis Camping. I was out yesterday visiting sections, as Stuart pointed out. There's motorcycles on the road travelling from section to section.
Yeah.
It was great to see those on Michelin products. Mountain bikes.
Yep.
So we saw quite a few electric mountain bikes up on the sections. They were on E-Wild Michelin tyres.
Yeah.
So we're across all different vehicles, we've seen our fitments. Because haven't you launched? I have nothing to do with the cycle side. We have a specialist, Nick Bull, who's actually a very competent trials rider as well. We keep trying to get him to enter the event, but every year he's got a problem with his shoulder or he's got a problem with his knee, and you know. But you've just launched a number of new cycle products, haven't you?
An endurance performance line range for mountain bikes. So that's for both manual mountain bikes for an enduro range and E-Wild.
which is a fantastic tyre. So it's a lighter casing, more durable, and it's a dual compound tyre. So it's got a Maggi X compound and what we call a Gum X compound.
Can I ask a question, John?
Great longevity and excellent grip as well.
Okay, Si's got a question back at the studio. Go, Si.
I know I've seen the Moto E tyres, and I believe they've released one for endurance racing this year, which uses recycled sort of material for a compound. It looks really cool. Are they going to build that in for mountain bikes, trials bikes, and other sort of methods as well?
That's a long question. Right, Moto E tyres, you're talking about that, Si?
Yeah.
They use recycling.
Yeah, because it has a cool shape and compound to it, and I know they've done that for endurance.
Is that being pushed more to the other brands, the other types of sports as well?
Yeah, we're bringing that into road tyres as well. More and more recyclable materials for sure. Across all categories, so not just motorcycle, but car, truck, and so on.
Yeah, we had a European conference, funnily enough, last week in Stoke-on-Trent, which is the centre of the universe as far as Michelin in the UK is concerned. And one of the workshops that we went to were showing us about, is it pyrolysis it's called? Right. And they're building a factory in Stoke-on-Trent where they will get tyres returned. At the moment it's based on the truck side of the business. Yeah. And you can imagine that you look at haulage fleets in the UK and, you know, anything that's ever ends up in the supermarket or at your house or wherever, it's always come on a truck at some point. So there's a massive market, but they're developing a factory that will take that tyre and will be able to strip it all back to its original components, and then you'll be able to use them all again. So in the next few years, the recyclable tyre is definitely going to be here. I know in the Le Mans series, the tyres we use in that with the top-end cars is 56 or 57% recycled materials. So yeah, it's coming.
Yeah, it needs to, don't it? I guess as well, in the economic climate and even the environmental. I guess it's all very, very important and very close to a brand these days.
Absolutely. I mean, if just think of one part of it, you know, natural rubber. Yeah. If you planted a tree today, you wouldn't be able to tap it for rubber for 10 years. Yeah. So if you work on how many tyres in everything, from cycle, car, truck, hundreds and hundreds of millions of tyres that are all using a certain amount of natural rubber, how far ahead have you got to progress and how many trees can you actually eventually plant? So you've got to come up with solutions, like you say.
I mean, rubber is one of those products, it's never been superseded. I mean, obviously plastics had Bakelite and that's evolved, but rubber is basically the same, you know, product since it was invented.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you think back, I mean, tyres were probably 90, if not 100% rubber. Yeah. And it's only over the years that they've developed and they've brought other materials in. So rubber is still a constituent of the whole tyre, but not as much of a one.
More synthetic materials, but we're always going to need natural rubber as well.
Well, with the cycling, is that a big market within the UK and the world?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a growing market, and there's lots of different categories, from lots of mountain biking.
I was going to say, I think the sport of mountain biking, that's evolved as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, gravel as a prime example. That's a growing market. And then if we flip to the motorcycle side as well, the adventure bike segment is a massive growth area for Michelin and across the board. And we've recently released a new adventure tyre, so a tyre called the Aniki Adventure 2, which fits nicely within our range as an 80-20 tyre, so predominantly a road tyre, 80% road use, but with off-road capability.
So it gives you the hard durability with the grip, is that the way it works?
Yeah, so there's a reinforced X-Evo casing, so it's really robust when it's off-road, but it's great stability on the road, very durable. Silica-based compound, completely new tread design, so we've increased the longevity. 21% increase on longevity on the rear tyre as an example, and a 10% increase on wet grip as well.
They're quite big numbers.
Huge numbers, yes.
Yeah, and that sort of thing, to change something and improve something that much.
Yeah, and that's on a tyre that was already
a good tyre
as well. Yes.
And does this get you around the world? Are you following the competitions and sort of seeing what's happening? Are you in that fortunate position?
We're involved in all sorts of different competitions, yes.
And you get to see this yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually gets to travel quite a bit as being part of the technical family, if you like. The technical guys all meet up in Europe regularly because not only do they sort of work with us at they also work with the end consumer. So if a consumer's had an issue, then they generally will go and have a look at that and see what it is. Gareth goes out and visits our customers, the customers that sell our product, and when they take tyres off and they go in a pile before they get disposed of, he'll go, bless him, part of his job is to go and stand outside in a pile of tyres, picking stuff out and checking it for wear rates, and he checks our stuff and he checks other manufacturers' stuff, and then they feed all that back, because that's all part of the development chain.
Yeah. It's not the most glamorous part of the job.
This is the most glamorous part, Gareth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But speaking to our dealers directly and the consumers, that gives us great feedback, which we can then pass on to our guys in the R&D department.
Yeah, you want them to buy again, don't you? And recommend you. That's the whole point.
Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, we're the only manufacturer in the UK that has a two-wheel technical specialist who actually does that.
Yeah, we're not just doing that in the UK, well, it's across Europe, so there's a lot of data going back in there. So when we're looking at new products, we've got a lot of information to go off.
So what is the next big thing then? What is you've got stuff going on, but is there a major development coming along which you can talk about or anything like that?
The Anarchy Adventure 2 being is currently the main type.
And interesting that I thought Simon mentioned Moto E. Well, one of the compounds that's been used in this tyre came directly from development of compounds for Moto E, because obviously Moto E bikes are heavier with the batteries and everything, and the way that the torque's delivered to the rear wheel. So we've had to build a more robust tyre to be able to cope with that. And so one of the layers of compound that they use has come directly from that. So this, he mentioned silica as well. Well, silica was used in wet weather rally tyres. Seems like hundreds of years ago now, but it all comes, every area of the business, you can pick something from that and develop it for other areas, which is fantastic.
Yeah, motorsport is a real accelerator there for new technologies, which you can then bring into a commercial tyre.
I know a lot of safety features come through F1 and things like that, don't they? Just because they've developed stuff. Yeah. Carbon fibre came through that, how it's involved in cars now.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's non-stop, but there's an awful lot of stuff goes on that we're not necessarily made aware of.
Yeah.
The first time we'll hear it is, oh, by the way, in 3 months' time, we're launching this. Yeah. Now, Gareth may well have some insight into it in his side, but again, he'll be sworn to secrecy, and if he tells us, he'll have to shoot us. So, so there's a lot of that goes on.
We'll certainly try to get that information as well.
Come on, you can just tell me. I won't tell anybody else.
No, honestly. Well, when you get to my age, John, you could tell me in half an hour and I'd forgotten anyway. So it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I guess, on behalf of Nevis Radio, your involvement with us is, without you, we probably wouldn't be here, in all honesty, because you've been a huge supporter and it means such a lot to us. So, just you having that trust in what we do as well.
No, it's fantastic, and we were just saying about how you've developed.
We've evolved quite a lot.
Absolutely, from the first year. I talked to Simon quite a bit, and he was telling me all the stuff that you're doing and what you're hoping to do in the future, and it's wonderful. So to be slightly involved with all of that, it's great. We love it, and listen, I love this event. It's like a pilgrimage for me every year, John. And I get a lot of satisfaction now. I brought Andy James up, bless him, a few years ago. He'd never been, he loved it. Ian Tollett came up 3 years ago, never been before, loved it. I say Mark came last year, absolutely loved it. Gareth's come this year, and it's exactly the same.
And I'll certainly be back as well next year.
You're going to run out of friends you're not careful to bring up here.
I ran out of friends a lot of years ago, mate.
Colleagues.
The colleagues. They basically just put up with me for a few days, and then they wheel me back down.
Well, you're always welcome. You're always welcome to come and talk to us. So you want to come and see us again at the end of the week, but you heading off, I guess.
Heading off, in about 20 minutes time, actually, because obviously we all live in different parts of the country, and we've travelled up together, and our colleague Ian is at the moment having his EV charged up. So he started the long journey back. I think he lives down somewhere near Bedford way, doesn't he?
So he's got a big old drive today.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to call it there. Have you got a tune you like played, either of you, or both of you?
Well, I'll let Stuart take that one.
Come on, make that decision.
Music guru.
Right, well, my love of sort of electronic dance music, so if you've got...
Pump up the jam, go on, we'll do it.
No,
something better than that.
No, I was thinking... Don't You Worry Child by Swedish House Mafia, if you've got that.
I think it's on there.
We definitely do have that. We can do that.
That's your scene inside.
Yeah, no, we can do that.
Well, guys, as I say, always a pleasure. Hopefully see you here next year.
Definitely.
One way or another.
You certainly will, John.
And obviously keep us up to date what you're doing at Michelin.
Absolutely. And thanks for the time. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Thank you
Indeed.
very much.
Well, before they shoot off, John, I've got Swedish House Mafia lined up, so do you want to announce it and we can play it?
Apparently you can announce your own tune.
Okay.
Come on, you can do a name check. It's all yours there. Look at the camera.
Okay. So, here from the Parc Ferme in Fort William, we'll give you Swedish House Mafia, Don't You Worry, Child.
Think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
So I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
Breakfast is sponsored by DYW West Highland, bridging the gap between businesses and schools.
This is day 2 of the Scottish 6-day trial.
How the weather changes in 5 minutes. It was lovely and sunny. Now it's gone very wet, very windy, quite blustery, quite squalid. It's not very nice down here, Si.
Yeah, so I've just been advised.
So we've had to sort of had to batten things down. Things have getting a bit damp. But John, over to you.
Yeah, it has got a bit squally, but it's the wind's dropped a little bit again. Now, we have with us here a young lady from Richmond in North Yorkshire. It's Charlotte Brown of AG Bikes. Charlotte, you've been around the sport for quite a while now, and you're now in charge of the bike side of the family business and promoting the Sherco brand, and you brought in the ST Sherco. Tell us a little bit about it. What size of bike is this?
Hi John, so this is a 300cc Sherco. It's the electric start version that was new for 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very similar to last year's model, a few slight changes and obviously the electric start as well, yeah.
Yeah, I think you had this on show at the Telford show down in Telford, Shropshire, in February, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
The first one, I think it was.
Yeah, so they came out earlier this year, and we took them down to show at Telford.
Is there any of the electric start bikes being used in this Scottish 6 days this year?
Yeah, we've got quite a few riders on the e-starts now.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of riders find it a bit easier, especially with the long days and kicking the bikes. It saves a bit of energy there.
Bit of effort, but they still have a kickstart on them so that they can use that as well.
Yes, yeah, it's just for that peace of mind that touch wood, nothing should go wrong. But yeah, there's the kickstart there as well, just in case.
Now these bikes, the Sherco's been out now for around about sort of 20 odd years now, I would imagine, just over the 20-year mark. Originally Bultaco Sherco, and then they changed the name over to Sherco because they dropped the Bultaco because it was owned by the Bulto family. We're really on to sort of version 25 or whatever now, but I think your dad had actually one of the original 1999 bikes at one time, didn't he?
Yes, so we've got a brand new 1999 Sherco sat on the wall in the showroom, yeah.
But the original family business was actually the building trade.
Yes, it was, that's right. So we've got the building side and we've also got the bike side as well.
Side. But you tend to run the bike side now,
Yeah, I
don't
do a little bit on the building side, but my main focus is on the bike side.
Yeah. Spares, you have ample spares from Sherco in stock?
Yeah, we have a good range of spares for the new bikes and for the older Shercos as well, the carb models.
Yeah. Now, is there anything different about the engine and drivetrain of the 2026 model to last year? There's been many improvements.
It's fairly similar. With the electric starts the main new thing for this year, I would say. Yeah.
And let's get down to the sort of dirty money type. What sort of money's in one of these bikes nowadays?
So the retail on the electric start is £8,199.
Yeah. It's not a bike that you necessarily need to start with, though. You would probably start someone off in a second-hand bike to get into the sport, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. This is more the bike for someone who's been riding a bit and just wanting to upgrade,
Yeah. And do you have a stock of second-hand bikes down at AG Bikes?
We do, yeah. We've actually brought a few up this week as well to sell, yeah.
Okay. But you had a little change of venture at the beginning of the year. You took over the parts business of Bill Pye, the late Bill Pye.
We did, yeah. yeah. So we took all of the spares from his wife Rose. So I'm still working my way through organising all of those. There's quite a lot to sort through. But
And that was for the Italian Fantic brand, wasn't it?
yeah, that's correct.
Which is no longer in production, so it's
No.
not in competition with this type of bike. It was more for the twin shock era. But I knew that you'd actually taken over that from Rose Pye because obviously Bill had passed away, the Frank Field Garage concern. But change of graphics, I presume, as well?
Yeah, so this year we've got sort of the matte graphics, which is the change. Last year's Raga replica had the matte graphics, different colour, but yeah, and then the standard model had sort of the gloss graphics. Yeah.
Now notice that this is a 300 and it's called the factory STF.
Yeah.
Is there different levels of tune with the Shercos, or different models of this bike?
So at the moment in 2026 there's the STF, the factory, this model, and then this is a STF-E, and then there's the STF, just the kickstart model as well.
So this is the top of the range one?
Yeah.
So this is the most expensive one. So what's the cheapest Sherco that you actually retail now?
So the non-electric start version, off the top of my head, I think that's 7,899.
Yeah.
And last year they actually brought out a cheaper model again, and that was a carburetor model.
Yeah.
And I think that was more like between 4 and 5 grand.
Yeah. So there's some for everybody.
Yeah.
And finance, do you find customers take finance on these bikes?
Yeah, we offer finance through Santander as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the motor trade, you very few people actually buy vehicles cash now. They tend to use a degree of finance to finance it. Plus trade-ins, you take trade-ins on the bikes they've used. And then obviously these bikes go out to other customers, maybe just being checked over, make sure they're able to be used properly, and then sold on. Is it just the family that are in the shop, or have they got any employees now, mechanics or anything like that?
We've got a mechanic starting part-time actually after this week,
All right, okay.
just to help because we are quite busy at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will hopefully ease the workload for Dad.
Yeah, because obviously your dad, A.G. Brown, he's a well-known trials rider, and he's he knows how to fettle his own bikes as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's right. So you're doing the Sherco service this week?
Yes, we are. This is our 3rd year now, helping out. So yeah, everything seems to be going well so far, and it should be a good week.
So you're looking after Adam Raga and looking after Emma and James and all the team as well, plus the private runners as well, of course.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And it's a case of you have to sign up with Sherco through yourselves to get this service, don't you?
Yeah, just so we've got everyone's details, so we know who to expect and which model of bike that they're on as well, so we can plan our spares.
Do you charge a fee for the service, or is it just a case of parts as used?
It's just parts, yeah. So we provide a free gearbox oil change midweek, and we offer an air filter exchange system as well.
Right.
And yeah, it's just whatever parts people use, that's what they pay
hopefully
for,
keeps the cost down for the Sherco rider.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, that's great, that's brilliant. Give us an insight to the new model 300 factory STF, the electric start. It's quite a popular modification, well, not modification, but upgrade for electric starts, especially for the older rider.
Absolutely,
Nothing worse than being stuck in a gully and kicking your bike, and it's just you press a button and away you go. That's the way to do it. So,
definitely, yeah.
Well, we'll let you crack on then, Charlotte, and I don't know if you want to leave the bike here a little while or you want to take it away, whatever suits you. But thank you very much indeed to AG Bikes from Loro, Richmond. That's where to go. Get a quote from Charlotte, phone her up. I'm sure she'll do you a good deal.
Thank you, John.
Thanks very much, Charlotte. John, do you want to ask Charlotte anything?
No, I think it's just great that you saw him brought a machine in so we can just see the developments. I think that's very important for the viewer. And those who may not be too au fait with bikes in a way, they can actually see what's coming on and what is available.
Yeah.
I mean, and as a young rider, what's the sort of best bike to get, I guess?
I mean, it depends on the age. The younger riders are limited to the CC. So, sort of under 17, it'd be a 125. And then a lot of lads do make the jump up from a 125 to a 300 because they're wanting that power. But, I mean, the 250 is a capable bike as well.
And I guess it doesn't need to be a new machine. It could be somebody's traded in and start from
Absolutely,
there.
yeah. A lot of second-hand bikes are in great condition as well. So it just depends on where you're starting, really.
Worn in, I guess, and all the sort of bits which could sort of go wrong have been sorted out as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I mean, new machines do have issues, don't they? Whether it's a car, whatever it is. So
yeah,
so is that problem. You don't get that first trolley scratched in your car. Don't want that.
Absolutely. So anyway, thanks very much, Charlotte, and
No
we'll
problem,
we'll
thank
see you
you.
later.
What sort of music does Charlotte like?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Come on, anything.
I like a bit of all sorts.
Have we got any all sorts? Don't know.
Anything Sabrina Carpenter?
Sabrina Carpenter, there you go.
There you are.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm typing.
good. This is
Typing it
so.
in at the moment.
He's going.
Oh, you're actually waiting on me now?
Yeah, well, you do that. Take us up to the news. That'll work with your ad breaks and things like that.
I have no idea.
We've got about 6 minutes.
Yeah, well, we're kind of all caught up with adverts.
Okay.
Sabrina Carpenter, Gino, how's that?
Yep, that'll do lovely.
Okay, we've got about 1:50 after that, so what do you want to do with it?
You can come back for a couple of minutes. We'll just take it up to the news then.
Sounds like a plan. So, Sabrina Carpenter, for you.
To move, so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those roses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
Sponsored by Michelin and Gavin Cairns Rough Casting.
I can tell you what, it's a bit grim out here right now. The weather has taken a real turn for the worse. We sort of moved a few things around, trying to keep it a bit dry and out the wind. The rain itself's okay, but the wind has just got very blustery.
I don't think it was really forecast for today, though.
We need some sides on the back of us. We're trying to work out whether we can get them up in time, whether they're here or not.
No, they're here.
Because it is blowing right through everything. But the whole team's just disappeared, apart from Jim Johnson's disappeared now. I don't know where he's gone. So, yeah, they're all in the trailer.
Huh. Okay.
The clock's dripping wet, so I just brought that into this side, so I can't see that now properly. But it's great to do it. It's live. It's Nevis Radio, here till 11 o'clock, so we've got another hour to go. And hopefully we'll get out and catch up with some of the riders. It's, as I say, not very nice out there. And behind me, there's that the other gazebo we're talking about. And it's just full of people waiting to get off on their ride, and the supporters and spectators, etc.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Right, well, we've got like 50 odd seconds to the news. Got to say good morning to Fiona listening down in Devon. Wishing Billy Green a fantastic ride. That's her godson. And all the best. Keep up our efforts. So that's what we're trying our best to do.
And contact details if you want to get in contact with us?
Studio 01397 706 100. Phone us on that. You can WhatsApp the exact same number. That's 01397 706 100. Email the studio at studio@nevisradio.co.uk. You can find us on Facebook at Nevis Radio Official, and you can have a look for our live video feed on YouTube at youtube.com/Nevis Radio Official as well.
This is Nevis Radio, going up to the news now with the day 2 of the Scottish 6 Days trial. We'll be straight back after this.
From 96.6 to 102.4 FM, this is Nevis Radio News.
From the Sky News Centre at 10, there are fresh doubts over the ceasefire in Iran following reports of strikes on vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. Tehran claims its forces have struck an American warship. Meanwhile, Donald Trump says the US military has fired at 7 small Iranian vessels in the shipping channel after Iran targeted boats unconnected to countries involved in the conflict. Political analyst Jasmine El Gamal says the crisis can't be solved using military might.
It's not an impasse that's going to be solved with further military pressure, because that's always been known to just make Iran entrench in its positions even further and ride it out.
A cruise ship passenger is in a critical condition in a South African hospital with a rare rat-borne virus which has swept through a cruise ship. 3 people have died following the outbreak of hantavirus on the vessel, which was sailing from Argentina to Cape Verde. The government's announced an extra £1 million will be given to Jewish communities to tackle the rise in anti-Semitic hate crime. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is hosting a round table later, aiming to find a unified way to tackle anti-Semitism. Community Secretary Steve Reid tells us who's been invited to Downing Street.
Leaders from the Jewish community, but importantly, leaders from other faiths right across society, public services, schools, to sit down and focus on what more we can all do to keep the Jewish community safe. The government's playing its part.
Meanwhile, the Times are reporting a number of Labour MPs are reportedly planning an open letter calling for Sir Keir Starmer to resign if the party suffers a heavy defeat in Thursday's elections. Manchester Airport's been ranked the UK's worst for flight delays. Birmingham, Bournemouth, Southampton and Gatwick complete the top 5. And Blake Lively has settled her lawsuit with Justin Baldoni after she accused him of sexual assault and orchestrating a hate campaign against her. The director had always denied all allegations against him. The judges had already thrown out the pair's other claims. That's the very latest from Sky News. I'm Stevie Shillinglaw.
This is day 2 of the Scottish 6-day trial.
Down in Parc Ferme in Fort William. It's a bit Greek. That's the word I'm after. Greek, that's the word I'm after. It's a bit Greek as well. John's gone for a comfort break, I think, so he's just sort of making himself scarce. And yeah, it's what it is. It's all gone very quiet around me. Nobody happening behind me. They're all hiding out the rain.
Yeah. I don't think I would actually forecast today. My phone's saying there should be no rain today.
Yeah, so my weather forecast when I was there early didn't say anything about this. I mean, it'd be quite a nice dry day, but it's obviously just blown in. And yeah, that's what happens when you're live down at Parc Ferme. But we've had snow before, we've had hail, we've had gales.
That's it. That's the Scottish weather.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
People keep saying, is this weather normal? I said, yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
Nope. Nope.
That's the beauty of the area. Here he is. He's coming back out. He's trying to blow his nose now. We're all struggling with wet noses. Like the proverbial spaniel. Hello. Oh dear.
Well, hello again. I had to go for a comfort break, as you said. I was listening to you intensely. and I feel a lot better now. The cold just went from me there.
Yeah, I've just moved us in a little bit, so we're trying to get out there.
Yeah, the wind, the rain's being sort of blown in.
Like a little tunnel.
Like horizontal a little bit there. And there's a sheltered area beyond the awning, the sort of gazebo, but on the other side there's nothing. It's just we could have really done with a back panel.
Yeah, no, we found out where they are. We found out where the back panel. Yeah, they're at the studio.
Yeah. So our observer 18, Linda Ashford's huddled in a little corner behind the steel.
There's lots of huddling going on, I've noticed.
Yeah, there's a lot of huddling going on. Dreek, I think you were trying to say.
Greek. I couldn't get wouldn't. I got Greek. I went Greek.
That happens to me sometimes. You get a bit tongue-tied.
Going Greek.
There we go.
But that's what happened.
And even our big monitor, it's got a
got his little raincoat on now, yeah.
Yeah, raincoat on. Quite a good idea, that. I like that.
I'm glad I bought that.
A very good idea. But of course I didn't bring a fully waterproof jacket this morning, because when I got up it was really lovely, and I thought, I don't need it, I'll just go down with the normal one on.
You don't need your sunglasses right now. I'll put them away for you as well. No, I'll put them away as well. But that was a busy hour, lots of people coming through.
Yeah, so we've had Lee Bremner on this morning. We've had David Dignan, the chairman of the SSDT. We've had the Michelin guys in.
Stuart and Gareth.
We've interviewed Linda Ashford and a couple of the riders as well, including Jamie and Ross Galloway. It's been quite a busy morning.
Busy. We've got a section up on the TV right now. Is this live or is this recorded?
Should be live. Should be live from Witchesburn, I believe.
Witchesburn.
Oh, yeah, Witchesburn. It's getting rained on as well, by the looks of things. Of course, the rain was up that side of the loch, I suppose. It's looking a bit brighter now, so that's good.
Is that thanks to David?
No, Sean Batty.
Okay.
Oh no, I thought you meant the weather.
Right.
No, the feed itself is actually from the SSDT Facebook page, so you can go and see footage that they're doing out on the field as well. But we have done a bit of a chat with them, and they said that we're most welcome to show it off as well.
Oh, good.
It's very spring-like, lots of light greens in the trees, and it just coming out now, the leaves.
Well, Maytime in Loch Arbor, that's the springtime underway now. The buds are coming out nicely, so we get a bit more foliage. In about a month's time, when the ferns start growing, you'll not know where half of these places are.
Well, I was going to say that because this is going to recover quite quickly, isn't it?
It does, aye. It's, of course, use a lot of the burns and things like that in the Scottish 6 days, but, 3 weeks after the trial's gone by, you can't see any tyre tracks at all, hardly. And once the ferns get a bit more pronounced, there's no even way you'd see half of the sections. No. So that's why there's certain reasons why the Scottish is run in May and not in other times of the year. And it's incredible when you look back at the history. We were talking about that yesterday on the radio about the early years. It was run in July back in the day, back in the 1900s. And not always round about Loch Arbor as well. So it was just a different type of event, but in a different time of the year.
Yeah, and it's good chatting with the various people who've been involved in it over the years as well. And it has evolved, it has changed, and it always will do, I guess. It needs to.
Yeah, things move on. Things don't circumstances. So it's good to see that, and it brings younger people into the sport as well. And I think most sports are a bit like that as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, no, exactly. Is it worth having a look at the route, or do I need to do the weather first? Where are we at to? Back at studio.
Sorry, I'm just coordinating something else. Yeah, we can do weather and then come back to it.
Yeah, do you got a tune, Mr. Moffat?
Not really, no.
No, he hasn't got a tune. You can choose something, say, random.
Oh, I can choose something.
Yeah, go for random.
See, I was going to play Kung's Cooking on Three Barns, so that's very summery, and then you told me it's chucking it down.
Yeah, here comes the rain again.
Here comes the rain again. I could play a Mint Royale. How's that sound?
That'll do. I haven't heard that one for a long, long time.
Wrong mouse. Might get somewhere. But you're going to do the weather first, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Right, I need to do that.
Today's weather on Nevis Radio, brought to you by Thistle Access.
Apparently any cloud and patchy rain will clear from the south early morning. It's going to be a bright day. Sunny spells, maybe scattered showers, definitely, and these will be wintry around the hills and mountains. I'll go along with that one. It's feeling rather cool. In fact, I'm going to say it's feeling rather cold. Maximum temperatures 10 degrees centigrade. Largely dry tonight with some late sunshine, then dry with some clear spells for the rest of the night, bringing a risk of frost. Cloudier from the Western Isles towards dawn, and temperatures dropping to -1 degree centigrade.
That was today's weather on Nevis Radio, brought to you by Thistle Access.
so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
This is day 2 of the Scottish 6-day trial.
Just come to 13 minutes past 10 on this Tuesday. It's great to have your company. You're listening to Nevis Radio, covering the Scottish 6 days trial down at Parc Ferme.
Yeah.
And across sections, you've got some of those happening, which we've been showing. And John Moffey's out in Parc Ferme, catching up with some people. You've gone behind that box, John, can't hear you.
No, I'm not. I'm not behind it.
There you go, you're there now. You're there now.
Got Harry. Hopefully you can. Harry, how was your day yesterday?
Yeah, not too bad, to be honest. I mean, I rode well all day. I had one mistake up at Glen Stockdale, just a 2. And apart from that, very good. Bit gutted because I could have avoided it, but, you know, 6 long days and we're riding well, so it's all right.
Riding the new Beta Synchro, how do you find this bike compared to the previous model?
Yeah, new for this year, obviously the Synchro over the Evo. I'm very, very happy with it, to be honest. I didn't struggle at the start, but it was just a different bike because I've only ever ridden the Evo. But I can definitely say it's a massive improvement, especially up here in the rivers. It just handles so much better, it's so much more planted. So yeah, it's nice. Very happy, yeah.
Yeah, great. So you have a good, quick word with your brother now.
Perfect, thank you, John.
That's Harry Hemingway, right to 8, with 0. It's George Hemingway. George, how was your day yesterday?
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, to be fair. Took a bit to get used to the 125 again. Obviously, the last trial I rode was Scotland last year, so. But yeah, I'm happy. Just one single mark, the bottom of Big Darsburn, which wasn't too bad because a lot of the riders were 5 yesterday. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that, and hopefully we can keep our feet up today.
Brilliant. So you quite like this, is it?
No, this is a synchro as well.
Oh, it's a synchro as well. Sorry, I didn't see yours there. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. The engines in the 55 is quite similar to my last year's Evo, but the frame and everything's different, so I'm quite happy with it, and it feels a lot nicer in the rivers.
Brilliant, good. So have a good day today, George.
Perfect, thank you very much.
It's George Hemingway. Now, the family history of the Hemingways is it started off with C.J. Hemingway, John Hemingway, who is the father of Dan and Ben, who had ridden this trial many, many times. And obviously now we're into the third generation of Hemingways. Yeah, they're riding very well, and it's going well, and they're going round with their father and their uncle. So maybe try and catch them as well. Rider 234. My mic seems to be coming and going a little bit. Ben, 3-4, Ben Hemingway. You've always had a pretty good ride up in Scotland. Not quite won the thing, but you've been pretty close.
No, I've had a few seconds. Been very, very close. One mark, I think I lost it by. But I think those days are long gone. With the two boys and all my mates. So yeah, it's good.
Fun, isn't it? Yeah. You'd still like to ride the Scottish for a few more years yet, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, I got to the first section. Good days. But I'm not sure.
Great. Anyway, we'll have a quick word with your. Is it young brother? You? Yeah.
I'm the youngest.
You're
Yeah.
the youngest?
Yeah. Back. Actually.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't think he likes being in that area.
No. You going round with the don't you?
Yeah, you can't get it much better, can you? Riding around in Scotland with your two sons and your brother. It's what it's all about. So this is my 30th. I keep saying it's going to be my last, but like Ben's just said, we set off yesterday and we got to section 1, and I thought, yeah, I really do enjoy this. So we will see.
Do you like better than you?
They're better me, and by a long way. So yeah, there's no comparison, John, at all. And it's all right. It's been the vein of my life all year, all my life, hasn't it? Obviously, Ben were better than me, and these two are.
I want to say.
You didn't need to. Don't worry.
Anyway, so have a good day, Dan.
Thank you.
I actually remember. I'll move back a bit because I think this microphone's playing up a little bit. I remember Dan and Ben when they were small boys playing in the burn at Trotters with their cousin Dougie Lampkin and Harry Lampkin many, many years ago. That was when Martin Lampkin was at the top of his game. I think he was possibly still riding SWM and then on to Monteza. And great history there. They're obviously the relative of the Lampkin family, because Isabel Lampkin is the sister of John Hemingway. So yeah, it's great to have them here as a family concern, for them riding around together, Harry, George, Dan and Ben, and yeah, it's a great thing, as we talked about earlier, the family connection with the Scottish 6 Days trial.
It's hard to imagine a Scottish without a Lampkin involved anywhere along the line, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I was speaking to Sid yesterday. He came along and spoke to us, and we interviewed him when he came into the Parc Ferme. His son James is riding with his grandson William this week, and yeah, from around about, I think it was 1955 would be the first year, 56, when Arthur John Lampkin first rode the Scottish 6 Days trial in the Royal Enfield. And I think there's been a Lampkin in the Scottish 6 Days whenever it's been run from then right through to just now. So it's quite incredible. It's a complete family dynasty. And as I've always said, it's the closest thing to motorcycle or off-road motorcycle and royalty is the Lampkin family, the clan. Yeah. There's more Lampkins than we know about. You know, some of them don't do motorbikes at all. And yeah, but the funny thing is that regarded as a Yorkshire family, yeah, because they're based down in the Silsden area of Yorkshire, but actually Arthur's father, A.A. Lampkin, who set up the family business in Silsden, was actually from near Plumstead in London. Yeah. So the Lampkins actually started off as Londoners, but the war got in the way, and Arthur Sr. decided he didn't want his family anywhere near the bombs that were being dropped in the London area. So he migrated, I suppose is the word for it, up into Yorkshire, and eventually set up his own engineering business in Silsden, and it was that business that was run up until fairly recently by the Lampkin family. So they were actually Londoners to start with, and Arthur was born in London, and but moved up at an early age up into Silsden.
And we've got cut off earlier. I was talking about toolkits which the riders would take with them. I mean, I said it'd be a few spanners and an Allen key, I'd expect. But you say it's actually much more involved than that?
Yeah, well, when you see the toolkit open, there's some spares in there as well, because some bikes are prone to certain components maybe failing during the event, and they take extra bits and pieces with them, as much as you can actually physically carry, because you've got to remember that these lads are riding across the moors with a backpack on. And so normally you find you've got screwdriver, pliers, various, well, these Torx socket sets, well, not the socket sets, but the Torx tools, they're using them now, because a lot of the bikes are using Torx fixings on the bikes now. Allen keys, yeah, that's pretty standard. Things that you can, you know, take your back wheel out with. So you need a big Allen key for that, for the spindle, and a spanner. So you'll have the spanners to take the back wheel out, just in case you get a puncture or a tyre off. You've got to be able to fix it yourself.
And don't forget the magical gaffer tape.
Yeah, probably a small roll of gaffer tape would probably be essential as well, just to sort of tie something back on if it's become loose. That's all you need. Just if you can't tie something on your bike, zip ties, another thing that is carried around in the backpack.
And we've spoken about the bikes. I mean, the clothing itself, I mean, that's quite specialist and niche. Depends what you want to do, I guess, and how dry you want to be, and how warm you want to be, and how many layers you wear.
Well, yeah, I mean, they do use these layers underneath the riding gear, but you can make yourself too warm. But on a day like today, I think I'd be putting 2 pairs of undergarments on, I think, because it was getting a bit chilly. But the Gore-Tex type of material, I know that's a brand in itself, isn't it, Gore-Tex?
Yeah, it is, but I mean, it's a like
sort of universal,
sticky tape, but you know what we're saying.
So it's a sort of breathable compound, and that's come into its own. A lot of the officials, the assistant clerks of the course especially, they tended to use a Gore-Tex type jacket, and not so worried just the normal trials jeans below that, because they tended to dry out quick. And that's what the course plotters used to use on the hill. Good jacket, not so worried about the trousers, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the riders, you can see them with the different brands of materials, and it basically based on the Gore-Tex sort of material.
I'll tell you, I think we'll do a tune and catch up with some ads. Would that be a plan?
We can do that. That'd actually give you a clean run through till 11 o'clock.
Then we'll come back and we'll look at the route and results for the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Should we quite cool? Get some Bachmann Turner overdrive, please.
Yeah, possibly. I'm typing. B-A-C-H.
Yeah.
I can find it from that usually. Bachmann Turner.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Seen plenty in HD on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Nevis Radio Official.
And don't forget, you can catch up on all that later on in the day as well, when it all gets uploaded and sorted out, and it's there forever.
Yep, that's the plan. Right, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You're confirmed to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
so I make it harder. Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do be cool and look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and the crooked stairs. Don't hold back. Cause there's a party over here, so you might as well be here with the people care. Don't hold back.
Trajectory and balance look good. You confirm to go for orbit. Over.
Every day, Michelin innovates to move the world forward on the road and far beyond. Michelin, motion for life.
Here we go then, into the final half hour as it goes, and the sun's coming out again. It's a very random weather. Random weather. Can't even
Random weather.
Random weather.
That's the one. Actually, I had a wee walk out there to see where my van was parked, just so that I didn't get lost. And it's actually warmer when you're walking along the edge of the loch there than it is sitting in here. I don't know why that
It just seems to be blowing through.
Yeah, well, when you went out there, maybe
I have a
because-
question.
Oh, right.
Why were you checking where you parked your van? Surely you parked it where you left it.
No, I didn't. I didn't bring it here at all.
Okay, I'll let you off then.
I'm picking it up.
So he walks down,
but
then Stephen
I walked
brings
down
it
where the fueling vehicles come in and out, and it was out in the sun, and it wasn't too bad. In fact, it's getting brighter, and there's some blue sky blowing over at the moment, so it's looking a bit better again. But it's cold. It's really cold. It's 7.9 degrees.
It's
but
dropped. It's dropped.
Yeah, it has dropped. It was up at 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And that's what it said in the...
No, I had to move it. It's getting wet.
Yeah, the weather said that.
The weather said it was getting wet. Yes.
No, the weather said it was 10, and it was, and it's dropped back down to 7. Well, actually, it was dropped down to about 6.5 at one point. But there we go.
Are we going for results or what route? What do you want to do?
Quick glance through the route.
Route first, then?
In fact, I was told I should maybe head for the rest stop, but I don't really know where it is. It's up Loch Arkaig way, I believe, so I'll try and find out.
Nice ospreys up there.
Pardon?
Some nice ospreys nesting up there.
Is there? All right. Okay.
Donny and whatever they call them. Yeah.
It's back for the season yet.
Yeah, they got chicks.
No.
Ah. They used to have ospreys at Boat of Garton, didn't they?
Yeah.
That's where they were at one time. I think it was the only place they were at one stage, but they've obviously got more breeding couples now, I suppose.
Spread, yep.
Yeah. Anyway, first group of the day was at Leenachen at Anachmore, just beyond the car park there at the Nevis Range. I don't know, is it still called Nevis Range?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first rider was there at 7:50. Then over to the old favourite, the two sections on Group B, Witches Burn. First rider there at 9 o'clock, which was just about an hour and a half ago now. So they'll be moving their way through that section, group of sections. Then over to Arcade, there's one section there, Group C, and then Glen Tarsoon, I think it's pronounced, Group D, there's 3 sections there. Then over to Bien Ban, Ruba Chiana Moor, I think, A and B. I don't think, oh, they are accessible apparently. Then Whitebridge, 2 sections there. Glen Malley A and Glen Malley B, I think they're inaccessible. And then Uachen, I think they pronounce it, Uachen, which is out, where is that now, did he say? It was out towards, David Dignan did say where it was. I can't remember now. Anyway, I was looking for inspiration now. I can't remember where it actually was. Check the map. It's not a route that I'm very au fait with, I must admit. I know where Witches Burn is, obviously. I could take you there, no problem. Arcade, I don't think I've ever managed to get there in time. So I'm hoping to get up to the rest stop to have a look round there. Yeah. Got a man I'd like to have a word with.
Come on, just do it, just do it.
A man and a lady.
Got a microphone as well.
Man and a lady and their relatives. We have, get this right now, 2 times TT winner, Manx Grand Prix winner, none other than Nick Jeffries.
Good morning, John Moffat. The legend is John Moffat.
I don't know about legend. I think you're a legend. You're a very knowledgeable man. Son of the late Alan Jeffries, who was a Scottish 6 days trial winner here in 1939.
39. Second 4 times, I think.
That's right. And one of the first men to clean the famous Devil's Staircase.
And did you know the correct order? Who were the first? Who was the first?
George Baird.
G.K. Baird, yeah.
Was it Charlie Rogers?
C.N. Rogers was the third, yeah.
Third, and Alan Jeffries was the second man. Cleaned it all in the 1 year, and that was, what, 1939? 39.
Yeah. It was the third year that had Devil's Staircase.
Yeah, that's
Meant to be the most difficult hill in the country, wasn't it?
That's right, at one
trials,
time.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, that and Stony Brae, and I'd love to be able to locate Stony Brae.
Yeah, just
if anyone out there can tell me exactly where Stony Brae was.
You'd be a happy man.
I will still be happy. I'd go, well, it's not far from where my daughter Charlotte, who's here now, just about to talk to you, I think, in a minute.
I do.
It's not far from where she lives, actually, but when I'm staying there, I'm going to have one spin up there. Is it Dunkeld?
Yeah, near Dunkeld.
Yeah. And Burnham. I have been once to look and walked. And I thought, I've still not found Stony Brae.
Yeah.
Because there's a lovely picture this week on Facebook of Billy Tiffin's bike.
Yeah.
And in the year he won in 36, there's a photograph in the magazine of the year, the motorcycle, of Billy Tiffin climbing Stony Brae on his Velocette.
Yeah.
So I remember meeting Billy Tiffin at the Allen trial.
Yeah.
He was always sort of a sort of past president of the local club.
That's right.
In old age.
I think he was in his 70s when he passed away.
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
But his father, they had Tiffin's garage in Carlisle, didn't they?
Yeah, because it was Billy Tiffin Jr. and Senior, and the same name, the same initials, which was
correct.
confusing.
Very confusing, yeah.
But I found out, because of the results thing that we've just been doing in Trials Guru, that Billy Tiffin won the P.S. Chamberlain Award in 1936 and won the trials.
Correct.
So he was a first-timer.
He did.
And I think
that trophy is a thing of beauty, isn't it? That trophy. It's a replica of Graham Walker's Works Rudge, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I remember seeing it in Nelson Street years ago.
And another first-timer, we reckon, was Viney in the 47, because he hadn't ridden previous to that.
He hadn't ridden before the war, no.
Yeah. So he was another first-time winner.
The guy that won it in 39 was Cliff Holden, who was the Ossif importer.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, and I didn't know that till recently.
All right, Roger Holden's father, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So
you know, there must be people listening who just think that we are boring the tits off everyone. Why can't we talk about anything interesting? Says my daughter to my right.
Says the man who is the only man in history to know how to start a machine called a Briton. And you know how he did it? Because he could visualise in his head where the position of the pistons
John,
were.
they can't see your hands going up and down. Just
well, they do actually, because we are filming you now. Yeah, they can do that. We've got everything here.
I didn't see the cameras.
Yeah, you didn't see it. You do. Now you have alerted them.
I wish I put my turkey teeth in this morning so I could smile at the cameras.
So
you're right about that Britain, though. That was a little bit of science involved. Like I was there last year in New Zealand doing a demonstration lap at Rapuna near Christchurch. And they have starter things nowadays. But they never gave me the chance to run and bump it. But I practiced where I live. Obviously, it's Yorkshire. There's a hill.
Yeah.
So I took the bike in a van up the Britain, up the hill where I live. I took the bike out of the van and let your mother in those days drive the van back, and then I freewheeled it down and just learnt progressively how to bump it off.
Yeah.
And
Difficult
throttle
machine.
completely shut was the technique, actually.
Now, that was a V-twin machine,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There still is.
But you've raced some exotic machinery in your time, haven't you, for Honda?
Yeah, and for Yamaha.
Yeah, of course.
Factory OWO1s,
Yeah.
factory RC45s and RC30s.
Yeah.
And boring point number 18 after this interview, I'll be going to the Classic TT in August to ride the old factory RC45 again. Because it's 30 years since John McGuinness first rode. You might have heard of John McGuinness. I know you're all trials lot, but anyway, quite famous is John McGuinness. It's 30 years since he first rode, and they want all the riders who are still alive and can still ride to who were on the rostrum that year.
Brilliant.
So I was second to Philip McCullen, and then third in another race to Philip and Joey.
Yeah.
Joey beat me by a minute, second and a half, I think.
Jesus. And has this been arranged through Honda?
No, it's been arranged through the Isle of Man government.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Even better.
All that lot are organising that. No, we still have the RC45 and my old TT Winnings RC30.
God.
I'd have ridden that if they asked me to ride the 30, but they want me to ride the 45 because that's what I rode
That's what you
in
rode
'96.
then.
Yeah.
Well, you've been around and done it all, and as they say in the press, the only man who could go out and win a Manx Grand Prix and win a Manx two-day trial, basically, are capable of it.
Well, I do remember years ago coming in after day one of the Manx 2-day, leading it on the factory Honda trials bike, and then jumping on my RG 500 to go out and practice for the Manx Grand Prix in the evening, stripping out all my mucky trials gear in the back of the van, stripping off naked and slipping in leathers on and got out in the RG. That's not many folk can say they've done that, I suppose.
No, I don't think there's many at all. Not many at all. Now, you brought up your daughter. Could you just introduce yourself?
You can do this, Charlotte.
will.
You're good at this, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Your mother ran a model agency.
I just don't have anything to say about motorbikes, so I think for this audience I won't be particularly interesting. Talk to them about Pilates and
talk
nutrition.
about when you were the Scottish little girl coming to a Scottish
Yeah, well, we came up last year. It was the first time I came up in, 35 years?
Yeah.
Don't
Something
remember
like that,
much
yes.
about it, but it definitely triggered some memories coming up. First time I came back up to Comrie, which is where I now live. I remember seeing the scenery, and that definitely rung some bells from when we were little. But yeah, it's a very
I'll
magical
tell you
place.
something about that, because you stayed at a hotel called the Moorings at Banavie at one time,
Yes,
didn't you?
yes. At 89 we came up. First year I didn't
and
ride.
I remember going, oh, that's Nick Jeffries. And then there was a couple of kids with him and things like that. And then you had a particular room, I think it was room number 1. It was like a family room you had.
Memory.
Yep. And then my family inherited that. We stayed in the same room. And I went,
did you?
Do you know something,
Did it have
Gina?
a have a little plaque on it?
Yeah, this room was used by Nick Jeffries.
Destroyed by...
But what Charlotte did say about last year that was most interesting, later in the year, I said, what about the Scotland next year? Then Charlotte, oh, Dad, that was the best day ever. Her words.
What was inspiring for me last year were the women that were riding.
Riding, oh yeah.
Absolutely. I don't remember that from when I was little, and they were phenomenal. So resilient, so brave, so strong.
That's it. I mean, but we've only just found out recently, because we delved back into records that Tommy Sandham had, and Rafe Venables, I know it's Rafe's column, but it was done in the Motorcycle News, and it was, he discovered that he'd made a mistake. Now, Rafe rarely made mistakes.
Very rarely.
And he found out that the first lady to compete in the Scottish was in 1912.
Yeah, I saw the thing.
Muriel Hurd. And she was a works rider for Rex.
Yeah, Rex.
Yep. And it was a 6 horsepower, which equates to around about 550 cc's thereabouts, because they did them in horsepowers, not cc.
Yes.
So she rode a big bike, and the factory made her special bikes with the way they dropped the frame and everything. And I didn't know this, and in fact we were talking about it yesterday a little bit, where we've got the Ed Stott archive live, and we now know in 1909 who won what gold medals, and these names have never been out in the public domain.
They are quite right.
All that time. So we now have maybe grandchildren are able to see their great grandfathers and grandmothers where they finished. But the most famous lady trials rider at that time was a Miss Marjorie Cottle.
Oh, good friend of my dad's.
Yeah,
Yes, I'd
she rode
love
for
to have met her.
Triumph. Yeah.
She lived in Chester.
Yeah, that's right.
She was once, in a very old age, on BBC Breakfast TV.
She was interviewed
on a
wasn't she?
three-wheel tricycle thing.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but Marjorie Cottle, believe me, in the 30s, incredibly stoicism in
Good
the
rider.
events she rode.
Yeah.
Very good rider.
She was
Very
Raleigh,
good rider.
BSA and Triumph.
Married to Jack Watson-Bourne, who was a
That's
works
right.
rally rider.
And
yeah.
he was killed in the war.
I
And
didn't
she
know
was
that.
widowed at 43 years of age. She was born in 1900 and died in 1987.
Right.
And she even did publicity things for Raleigh. She went sort of like all round the country, round the outside of the country, on a bike to publicise the brand. And she rode in, I think it would be the same ISDT as your father in 1939. They'd escaped
Yeah, she was there.
from
Yeah, she was
Austria.
there in 39. Yeah.
They had the
yeah.
war broke out,
Yes.
or was about to break out,
yeah.
and they were tipped off by the British Army. You get out of here.
This was about the 27th of August, 39, so
Yeah.
a week before the war broke out.
And during the day's run, they set out as if they were going to ride the event, but what they were
Correct.
really doing was heading for Switzerland and other places to get out of the
Charlotte's
Austrian
brother-in-law, who lives in London, my other eldest daughter's husband, Andrew, is sort of an aficionado of that particular period, and he's absolutely fascinated in the fact that his father, his grandfather-in-law, was present at the start of the war, and in the downstairs loo in Twickenham, they've got loads of photographs of Dad having his card checked out by a Nazi official.
Right, official.
And he's
They're all
fascinated
wearing
by
the
it.
swastikas, aren't they?
All wearing
yeah,
swastikas.
yeah.
Andrew, my son-in-law, is fascinated by that. So
Incredible.
every Christmas he gets some sort of Nazi book.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it was almost like a true Great Escape, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Because they were
Oh,
just basically tipped off to leave.
Because they had nothing to write about during the war in the motorcycle magazines, they often brought this up, this
Yeah.
remarkable journey
Escape.
back from Salzburg.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was, at the same time, minutiae here for all you completely disinterested folk listening, is that it was the same time as the Salzburg Music Festival, and what did that become? Sound of Music.
That's right.
Yeah, same event.
Yeah.
I mean, glorified
Von Trapp and
for
everything.
film. Yeah. I don't
And
think my dad met
it
the
was
Von
similar
Trapps,
to
but-
that film because they had to escape the
Exactly,
Nazi
yes.
Germany and things like that. So it's quite an incredible story. And Marjorie Cottle was riding for Triumph
And
then.
back to where I was, Marjorie Cottle was riding for Triumph then,
Yeah.
exactly as that. A photograph in one of the bike magazines of Dad unwrapping his works Triumph at the start of the International, next and chatting with Marjorie Cottle.
Marjorie Cottle.
So I've got that photograph somewhere.
Incredible.
I think he thought a lot. I don't know just how much he thought of Marjorie Cottle, but
I think you can
he
stop there.
I think he knew her quite well. Also, there was Edith Foley as well.
That's
and,
right, Edith Foley.
Jenkins, was there a Jenkins?
There was a Louis McLean.
Lou McLean.
She
Lou
married
McLean,
a Scottish bike dealer, George McLean, who
Oh, yeah.
also
Yes,
rode
that's right.
trials.
Yeah,
But tell me now, you rode the Scottish quite a few times yourself.
16
16 times. You were at the Dalesman.
Dalesman.
Works Honda.
With the lad who had the hotel just there.
Roger
He was-
Mount.
Roger Mount, yeah, he was a Scottish champion at the time.
That's right, 3-time
Yeah,
Scottish champion,
yeah,
71
yeah.
to 73.
Yeah.
You also rode the Works Hondas, obviously.
Yeah.
But you also rode Yamaha. And
But I led it on a TY Yamaha in 75, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because
then
you,
it hauled the
you
piston on a
actually
Thursday.
led this trial at one point, didn't you?
I led it twice
Yeah.
on the works, on the Yamaha TY that Mick Andrews prepared for me.
Yeah.
Hold the piston on that day when they cancelled time on the Thursday.
Oh, yeah, and they were
So I was
rattling
really
through.
pleased about that, I can tell you.
Bet you were.
75.
Yeah.
But anyway, the year before I was on the Jeffries Honda and led it on the Jeffries Honda. I think it was Vesti's first year. He was not impressed.
74.
74.
Yeah.
About your first
So
year,
that-
wasn't it?
No, I only rode it once in 77, but I was up here as a schoolboy because I was still at school up to sort of 75, 76. So I observed in 76, and I think the last time I was up with my dad being taken around was 75.
Right.
So I was watching all you guys, riding at that time. And that's how I knew you were at the Moorings Hotel, because you had your first wife there and your
Well,
daughter.
the plaque, obviously the plaque was what did
Yeah, I
it.
think they should have a blue plaque on the wall just to say that. But no, you had some good times. 16 special.
16 Scottishes. Oh, no, 13 special firsts.
13 special
3
firsts.
retirements.
Yeah.
I never got anything but a special first ever finished. But first year, every part was marked on the bikes in those days. I
That's
don't know if
right.
they still are.
Yeah.
But
Not
every bit,
everyone, yeah.
the units were. And going over Vannick Moor the first day, on my Bull Taco in 71, I think, 71.
Yeah.
The shockers were jams. They were Beator shockers. And I didn't change to Girlings, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And they jammed down.
Yeah.
So stupid in the garage in Fort William, and I noticed it wouldn't go on a side stand because it was bent down. I thought it was a bit hard at the back end.
Yeah. That would be it.
And I tried to undo the shocker to straighten it, and it flew to bits.
Oh, right.
So I set off that day with one shocker.
One shocker. Give it a go.
And the late, great Terry Wright advised me halfway up Blackwater, said, I wouldn't go any further if I were you.
No, quite wise, a wise
So very reluctantly, I came down, bought some shockers, and then the rest of the week I spent watching, and my dad came up to watch, very disappointed in me, of course.
Oh, of course.
Not that he ever retired.
No.
He did retire one year.
Yeah, so I believe we also saw in the results.
He broke a toe in 38 on Stony Brae.
Yeah, it's written in the result.
Evidently the language wasn't so good.
Yeah.
Not fit for radio.
Charlotte, do you ride bikes?
Oh.
No.
No.
Tell the audience, both of them, tell the audience about you riding in Abu Dhabi.
Well, yeah, the only experience I've had riding properly with Dad was in the desert in Abu Dhabi.
Right.
And within the first... everyone was very excited that Dad was coming out to be riding.
Yeah.
So we would get on these big scramblers.
Yeah.
And then within the first 3 minutes, Dad had torn his adductor.
Oh.
Showing off on the dunes. But that was great riding, but we should do more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. She rides incredibly well, and she could if she wanted.
It's time, isn't
she
it?
could. Well, she's a busy mother of two and a Pilates instructor, and there's no end to what you get up to.
Definitely. This is the year. This is the year. I'm 42. It's never too late.
Should have been a boy.
Should have been a boy. It was exactly what I just said.
And I said, no, I'm very happy with my lot. I got two gorgeous
My
girls.
sister and I always say if we were boys, it would have been very different.
Yeah.
But we weren't. But look what happened to our cousin.
Well,
you
I've got a Well, that's right. Well, I've got a granddaughter who's just taken to her brother's Osset. She's only 2, and she's actually getting on quite well. And it's amazing because obviously we're looking. I think there's about 9 or 10 girl riders or female riders in the trial this year. I think there's been more than that in the past. Yeah, it's good. And I mean, people say, oh yes, this is great. This is a revolution. No, it's been going for over 100 years, more than 100 years that women have been riding in this trial, and some of them have been forgotten. There was another one, Betty Lermit.
Yes,
another one.
Lermit, L-E-R-M-I-T-E-I-T-E.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was Mary Driver was good. Olga Kelvelos, another lady that my dad knew well.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Mary Driver.
Rini Bennett, remember Rini Bennett with a pink helmet?
East London Sportsman Centre.
East London Sportsman Centre.
But also, Mary Driver became the ACU's competitions manager.
When I rode the International 6 Days trial, Ken Haynes was the manager, but Mary Driver came out. She was lovely as Mary. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good company.
She's still around. She used to do a bit of boating.
You wanted.
We're getting wound up. What time is it?
I can hear people, both the audience are yawning now. They're so bored.
Well,
excited to listen to what Charlotte Kinder.
Now we want to get watching.
We're going to go watching Witch's Burn now.
Well, that's great. I want to just find the thing we checked, the rest stop. That's where I'm heading for in a wee while. So
we're very impressed. We came through into the car park, and there were loos, there was coffee waiting. And we came through rain.
And it's the same catering company that's doing Alvey. It's the same one. Yeah.
Alvey, what's happening at Alvey?
Oh yeah, you're riding it. In fact, you're the guest of honour.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that, but you're guest of honour, British 4-stroke edition.
Well, I'm a man of few words, so I'm sure I won't have anything to say at all.
Former CCM Works rider as well. Man. Anyway, great to have you here, Charlotte.
Honestly, John, you do a great job.
And
thanks for everything you do.
Sometimes, so thanks very much for that.
Laugh.
Thank you.
Yeah,
sorry to bore both of you.
No, it's all right. Thank you very much.
Absolutely magic. I love the stories and where people have got involved and still involved and got their passion. It's very, very important. Absolutely fantastic. Time-wise, it's 9.5 minutes to 11, so we've got about 9.5 minutes to go. I think we're pretty well caught back up at the studio, aren't we, Si?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got any messages? People getting in contact?
No, just people watching. Still got plenty of people watching. If you want to catch up on anything, you can check it out later on today. It'll be available on Mixcloud and on YouTube. I'll put both links on our SSDT hub, which is now a bit more visible on our website as well.
And a big thanks to our sponsors, Michelin Tires, Gavin Cairns Rough Casting, Thistle Access, Coms West, Charles Guru, Nest Highland Catering and Pit Stop Tyres.
Sounds good to me.
Did I get them all in? Did I get them all right?
You did? Yep.
First time.
Brilliant.
So that's pretty good. And it is blooming chilly, I've got to be honest. It's the coldest I've been for a long, long time.
8.6 degrees, it says.
Yeah.
It's gone up.
No, it doesn't feel like it. Wrinkles, wrinkly fingers. But there we go. I think Rob's out getting some bits and pieces around Parc Ferme. The riders are getting ready. We're up to the, 250s at the moment, something like that?
Well, we've had a full-on day. And what I didn't mention was Nick Jeffries' older brother, Tony. He was a great rider as well, won the TTs. And also, of course, his son, the late David Jeffries, 9 times TT winner, mainly on Suzuki. So we've had some great interviews this morning. It's been really good.
We have indeed. Shall we look at the results for the final time today?
Yeah, top 10.
Have we
got time for that? Good. First position at the moment, Adam Raga on the Sherco. He's on 0 marks. Second position, Jack Price. He's on 1 mark. Michael Brown also on 1 mark. And third position, Billy Green. On 4th, he's on also 1 mark. Also is George Hemingway on 1. In 5th, James Dable, former winner, also on 1 mark. On 2 marks lost, brother Harry Hemingway in 7th position. Followed up by Jack Dance on the John Shirt Gas, 28 marks. Sorry, 2 marks lost, as you'd say. Ben Dignan from Roy Bridge, first Scottish rider this year, leading the pack in 9th position on 4. And Jack Peace, last year's winner, on 5 marks on 10th position.
Well, that all can change today.
Can hold. Indeed, it probably has already.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
The history of tomorrow has been written today.
Yeah, it is indeed.
That's what it's about. So tomorrow we've got which manufacturer coming in, Si?
I believe it should be Beta with you tomorrow.
Beta coming tomorrow?
Yeah, and I think our friend Vittorio Pastorino will be in tomorrow. He's just appeared just now because he's a bit late, but however, these things happen. But I'm sure he'll come in tomorrow to see us from Golfer and Tech Suspension.
Very good. And back there, we've got any tunes to play us out, or do you want to sort of go rambling with somebody, or what do you want to
do? We can play a tune if you want. I've got about 5-6 minutes, so, you know, it's going to be a long tune.
Yeah.
Or we can...
How long's Mr. Blue Sky? That's about 4.5 minutes, isn't it? 5 minutes?
Fair length.
Hello, as I call him.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, hello.
That's not how you spell blue. Come on, Simon. There we go.
P-L-U-E.
Well, wherever you're listening, thanks for your company on this Tuesday. It means a lot to us just to have you there. And hopefully we've kept you entertained and informed with what's been going on at day 2 of the Scottish 6 Days trial. The weather has been changeable, so it's right chilly right now. I've got to be sitting around here. Can't wait to get my hands in, I don't know, around a cup of coffee. That'd be quite nice.
Or in your pockets. In
my pockets would be good. Oh, I'm shivering, look. It's terrible. But thanks to the team today. Robbie has been on camera. Jacob's been around doing bits and pieces and getting teas and coffees. Dan's in the van. Si back at the studio, and of course, John Moffat.
Thank you very much for inviting
John Weller. We'll be doing it all again tomorrow on Wednesday, day 3.
Also got to say a big thank you to Robert from Thistle Access for sorting us out with some spares this morning. We'll get that organised and hopefully not have any sound issues tomorrow.
Let's fingers crossed. You never know. When it is live and you're doing what you do.
And again, if you do want to get in touch with us at any point at Nevis, or if you want to get involved in this, all you got to do is save our number in your phone, 01397 706 100 to phone the studio. You can WhatsApp it on the same number, that's 01397 706 100. You can find us on the emails at studio@nevisradio.co.uk, or find us on Facebook, give it a like and a follow, Nevis Radio Official there, and same goes for YouTube if you want to go and get involved in that, youtube.com/Nevis Radio Official, and give that a like and a subscribe as well. We need a few more subscribers on that. We need to get up to 1,000. That's the aim of the game at the minute.
Yeah, because that means that's a big stepping stone, isn't it?
Yeah, it opens up different doors when you get to 1,000, so that's the aim. So that's where we're at, and we'll do it all again tomorrow from 7 a.m.
So this is Hello, this is Mr. Blue Sky. Let's hope it's Mr. Blue Sky tomorrow.